take a sip of this drink here. Caffeine. Well then, my lovely dears, welcome back to another fantabulous and excitementful session of Books in the North. Where last we left off, our intrepid heroes, to coin a phrase, made their way to the Freelands and had a little bit of an arse around, buying some stuff, making some stuff. I believe people have just have you decided on the things you would like to sell for money, by the way? I know that was a thing left off to handle out of game, but I don't know if any of you actually...
on all of our various things, because we were waiting on that. Yeah.
I see. Okay. But yes, people found out that Jeanette's married.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I mean, presumably the Tiefling knew her pre-crazy, but, you know.
You say that. I'm not sure there was a pre-crazy.
Oh, totally. You've got to spend a long enough period of time in a fume cupboard to accumulate the level of crazy that Jeanette is.
I don't know about that. I'm pretty sure she's just always been like this.
No. That's ignorant.
Even worse.
That's ignorant. And yeah, speaking of Jeanette, you also got to witness, at least from the outside perspective for a few of you, the tower in all of its glory. The tower is a very interesting individual. There's a nice big workshop. It's friendly to the Hauptmanns.
And is a high-level dungeon.
It is a high-level dungeon. And for some reason, Anna made it hungry. And Viv was too spooked to try and stay the night and resist the saves versus the crazy. And oh yeah, you met the master of the house, Professor Hauptmann, who also happened to be
Professor Catman.
Bueno.
Professor Bueno.
Bueno. And it was a good time. However, until he was reminded that cats couldn't talk. Unfortunate for him. Or maybe you, who knows what you would have learned. But now we awaken on a brand new morning while I pull together numbers for how much all of your shit's worth.
And none of us, except for, I think, Viv, are really aware just how horrific the tower is.
Yeah,
Viv never saw her do anything super freakish.
She just
Everything
got really
was weird,
uncomfortable.
though.
Yeah.
What? Tower likes to watch.
I mean, I don't mind that. It's everything else.
I have no idea what you're talking about. There was a lot of cheese. There's a big orb that I licked. It was a good time.
You know, I don't doubt that your tower's got like an MC Escher room with like completely weird staircases and fourth dimension things in there.
Oh no, we talked about it. I got lost in that room for what I thought was 3 days, but it was only 10 seconds.
And you wonder why we don't want to visit it.
You just don't go into one of the weird rooms.
You guys are silly.
Viv's spidey senses went off. Yeah, pretty much. So just
Anything that both Jeanette and Anna enjoy can't be good for the mind.
Those are those prices. Let's see here.
Is that just regardless of what monster it is?
Regardless of monster.
Okay.
Let's see here. And that's those bits.
Oh, those chitin
That's a
plates
lot
are
for
worth
the
the money.
plates.
Yeah, they can be turned into plate armor, which is
Which-
expensive.
And yet none of us use, so...
And none of you use.
None of us used play.
Anymore.
Oh. Well, actually,
Oh,
would
Jason.
would Astra be better off in plate than what she... Nope.
No, isn't she like quite dex heavy?
She is, but that doesn't necessarily mean...
Play would give you a static of 19, or is
18.
it 19? 18. Wait, play's only 18?
Yeah, plate's 18. So, basically it would give her 1 more AC, so nah.
Nah.
It's not really worth it. So yeah, let's just fucking sell all these plates here.
Let's see here. So there are scales still to add to this list. All right. Vital blood.
Open up a secondary notepad here.
I've got all these. I'll copy and paste them into the thing if you want.
I was gonna turn that into a breastplate, but then I found out warlocks can't use medium armor, so.
Yep.
Rip.
I could have sworn they did.
They really
Yeah, me
don't.
too.
Yeah,
They wear light
warlocks are
armor, which is
only light
unique
armor.
amongst arcane casters that aren't bards.
Or spell sword. Woo!
Well,
Unless they have special snowflake powers.
yeah. Or I mean, you could be a dwarf wizard and have medium armor proficiency, which is fucking lol.
Be the strength wizard. Cast fist.
And dwarves are OP, man.
At least armor doesn't have spell failure mechanic in this game.
Yeah, it just has no spellcasting instead.
Oh, so instead of a failure chance, you're just not allowed.
Yep.
Huh.
Right. And finally, the scales and blood and organs. Now you are the full list of numbers and their worths.
Alright, now to perform some geomancy here.
I feel like I should just given you guys a spreadsheet.
That
Yeah.
probably would have been a good idea.
But I can
maybe.
make this work, don't worry about it.
Okay.
That's a lot of large bones, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, even if we just saw off like the chine plates alone, that'd be like 3,000 GP.
Yeah, well... So I think I'm going to...
I wouldn't go
hold,
crazy with with selling stuff, because what are we actually going to use it on?
stuff like healing potions and...
Magical items. There's actually a store for that here, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're all crazy expensive.
Well,
And you
we
have
a
crazy
lot of
quantities
money.
of money in this stuff. It is actually not out of your reach to afford it.
Also, when we get back
I
to our
wanted to-
home base, we could, like, start doing cool shit there, like building a wizard's tower for Thyri.
This is true. I mean, you have a tower already, but you need to
Well,
just
yeah, but now I have
outfit
to
it.
furnish it with, like, a laboratory, which is fucking
Well,
expensive.
or maybe you've not yet used it. You've never looked inside it.
Turns out turns out we're walking around with an actual dungeon in our pockets.
I would be fucking so on board if that was, like, an actual dungeon full of constructs and shit. Like, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, you have to conquer the tower before you're allowed to just own it completely.
Let's see.
Hang on.
Acid spurs, 25. No, fuck that.
We're gonna need to keep a little bit of that, cause I've got to make fuck me boots for Cynthia.
Dang right you do. I gotta walk
Well, I've
around
got to
with just the bonus on.
Yeah, well, I've got to enchant it, is what I should say. So what you need to do is this is literally like the center of trade and craftsmen on the planet. So go to a vendor in your bonus and just say, make me fuck me boots that exactly match this. That way you have a matching set, and then I can enchant it.
Yep, that's exactly what I need to do.
Because to make boots of the Winterlands, I have like strong cold blood and stuff like that. So
Alright then. Scott, I'm just gonna roll a persuasion to see how much of a discount I can get off like a great pair of fuck me boots.
Okay, sure.
Welp.
God
Wow.
damn it. Alright, half
Amazing.
price.
Wow.
Let's see here.
Half price, but you have to give the shopkeeper a blowy.
No, I mean he's already so gratified to see if I wanna see you in these boots. Alright. Let's see here. I
Is
need to
strong blood
find
the same thing as vital blood?
no.
Okay, so it's just normal blood.
You have strong blood and you have vital blood, and there are two prices for them. Strong blood is 1,000. Vital 2k, strong 1k.
Okay, I'll just take your word for it.
It's right there.
Can't see it because I'm fucking blind.
The line right after vital blood.
Oh, the strong
Well,
is
we
on
have a lot of
a new
strong
line.
blood.
Okay, yeah, like I said, I'm fucking blind.
Okay.
Strong.
Yeah, strong's 1,000. They're the difference in magical modifiers.
Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna keep all the vital blood. Okay, so would you guys be okay with parting with this stuff? I think we can all. I don't think that'll eat into our crafting reserves too badly. So we're not selling
Probably
anything from
fine.
the Uber Drake, just Stormbeast, Glutton Crab stuff.
Yeah, that seems alright. Should still leave enough strong aqua blood and stuff like that to make these winter boots.
Yeah.
yeah,
You
for
also
sure.
have parts from the Vorchild and the Chimera. They count as small. You have more organ pieces out of the Chimera.
Oh, I know
which is
exactly. Okay,
surprising.
wait. Are we gonna keep any chitin plates from the?
Yes.
Two.
Yes.
Okay, that's good because I wouldn't like to use those too.
Like I said, I'm not selling us out of anything. This is just depleting our spare stuff.
Okay.
So,
I'll
if
take
everyone's
their
good with that,
artificer
then I'll mark off some stuff and then do some more geomancy.
Go for it. Just gonna set my phone to stop beepity booping at me. Sorry for that.
Alright, so get rid of 5 small teeth. 6 bones. I'll bring us down to 5.
Do, do, do,
2 chitinous legs.
Yeah, Astra would like you to keep the boots on. How much gold would you like me to knock off? How much? What was the price on them originally? Because you just get half.
I do not know the original price of them.
Then give me a moment. Let's see here.
The price of what?
Where'd my DM?
Because these aren't magical boots yet.
Yeah, these are just like some really good
They're just
thigh highs.
really good leather boots. Probably just like the price of leather armor and then reduced if you're getting them perfectly form fitted and masterwork so that they can actually, be magicified.
Actually,
Okay then.
would you guys mind just getting rid of everything from the Vorchild since that all just counts as small?
I
fine.
have everything I need from the Vorchild.
You should instead try and find the Great Vorbeast.
Yeah, exactly. No. I don't wanna. It's gonna eat me.
Worst fetish. Well, not the worst.
Yeah,
sauce
no,
for it?
no, okay then.
Alright, I will take your silence as yes.
Yeah, go ahead, get rid of that worst fetish beast.
Alright. Also, Sky, I hope you have these prices all written down for later.
Yep, I can probably put them into a list for you. Instead, I stuffed them all in the GM notes of my own,
Fair enough.
of that loot list.
Alright.
Fuck it.
And he has 2 small claws. 100 each. Okay, Vorchild.
There we go. Now a handout for it.
Cack.
I didn't capitalize the first 4. That's going to drive me moderately insane unless I fix that right now.
Alright,
Much better. Okay.
so begins the geomancy in proper. So let's see.
Yeah. Have you guys get fucking paid? And now I have to find those prices for the magical items that you guys have already come across.
250 times 6. 150 times 2 plus 1,000 times 10. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Let's see. 150 times 6 plus 300 times 2 plus 1 plus 200.
Weird science.
Okay, so by the powers vested in me by all of your bad judgment, we have just made a total of 16,000 gold pieces.
Woohoo!
And it'll change.
Wow.
Now, can I make a charisma roll to get a better price on all of this stuff getting traded in? Because after all, I am a hero here, and I have my folk hero friend in the town to.
This is true, and also you know, one of the people working there currently and their
Nice,
off
this-
hours is Jeanette's wife.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can go in with advantage, and they'll probably have lowered the DC by an invisible number. Give it a go.
Alright, so persuasion. Here we go, guys. With
Gonna let you know,
advantage.
they'll notice if you try and guidance it though.
Alright, I won't try and guidance it, that's fine. I'll take an 18. That's alright.
Yeah, 18's decent. I was gonna say, like, guidance does have that kind of pseudo obviousness where if you're trying to use it to be more persuasive, they see you do it.
Yeah,
like
I
they aren't
mean-
retarded.
And I can cast it ahead of time. But yeah, no, this is so many different, like, instances.
Yeah, like effectively, it doesn't. It's not like you walk in and go, "Here is all the shit, one check." Like this is you, like probably spending an hour chewing them down.
Alright, so what kind of increase are we looking at? Like 8%? Alright, that works too.
1/8.
A lot of money.
That's
Alright,
a lot
how
of
many
money.
of you player characters are there? There's 5 of us, so let's just do 18 to 81.
You can round that 0.25 to 18282 just to make life a little bit easier.
Don't deal with silver.
Alright,
Was there?
divide by...
I'm sorry. Was there a handout for this, like, for what was available to be bought here, or was it just in the chat?
It was just in chat, so give me a moment. I've just recovered all those details now. I will just put on fucking.
Alright guys, everyone mark themselves up by 36.56 and 4 silver. Good.
That's gold.
That's gold.
Criminy.
36.56.
We were all rich all
What
along.
have we all of a sudden, yeah, I know. We have not been destitute this entire time.
And I'm over carrying capacity. Let's try and pull that down to platinum. 367.
Divide by 10 then if you're doing platinum, right?
Yeah.
And now I'm even richer than before.
Alright.
Oh, this is so much
I
money
am
and so
6
heavy.
pounds under my carrying capacity. He's just walking around staggering under the weight of this fucking Santa Claus bag of gold.
All right, let's see here. So there was the Eyes of Charming, the Robe of Eyes, the Cloak of Arachnida, Robe of Stars.
I already bought the Eyes of Charming.
Yeah. Robe of Stars. Oh yeah, Cloak of the Bat, which is quite funny.
I'm totally going to make those chitin plates into some cool bracers.
Is the point 4
I mean,
4
arm
silver
guard.
or 40 silver? Guys,
Let's see.
4
Pardon?
silver.
4 silver.
Yeah, 4 silver.
40 copper.
All right. So yes, here, there you go. Show to everyone.
all my monies, I'll start with 32 platinum, 3,862 gold, and 32
Despite
silver.
selling all that money, we still didn't have enough money to get the Robe of Stars.
The
Yeah.
Robe of Stars is a ridiculous fucking.
It is it's that astral plane transition thing. That's why it's so
Yes.
fucking expensive.
Yeah. I mean, we
That's why
could
I
sell
want-
more shit and be able to afford it, but I don't
No,
really want to.
no. I'm gonna make my own magic item. I'm gonna make some
Yeah.
some starlight arm guards
You know, make some braces that shoot ninja star magic missiles.
that shoot magic missiles. Yeah.
So, Iron Man gauntlets?
Bam, bam,
No,
bam,
they're arm guards, not gauntlets.
Whatever.
Just strap on my arms.
bam.
I'm gonna make them out of the chitin plates and obsidian.
It's a distinctly different intellectual property. Thank you very much.
Also, I think I put in something for Astra to be made while we were here. Does anyone remember what that was? Was leather armor or something?
You were going to use the magma bullet hide to make armor or something like that?
That's correct, yes. You gave them magma bule hides to make her some leather armor.
Excellent. I think it was gonna end up being like +1 studded leather with fire resistance or something.
+1 studded leather with resistance to exposure.
Exposure. Okay.
Yep, so you can walk around
Yee.
in the and basically the buff and not freeze.
Can I just add that to our character sheet now, or are we gonna go?
Go for it, yeah, unless you intend to like suddenly ditch out of the week.
I don't really. Alright.
Yeah, so say Stray. Well, this is ongoing. You say Jeanette's only going to stay in the tower one night and spend the rest of the week with, sharing house with wife.
Yeah, well, because she goes to the tower like a day job. She works there 8
Yeah, yeah.
hours and then goes home.
That's fine. Let's see here. Can you roll me 1d4, please? Wow. Okay then. So, come the morning of your night in the tower, you are aware of a couple of things.
The
One.
things you oh, sorry.
Yeah, the things that were mentioned beforehand. However, there was also a little bit more information that you'll be able to get. The tower, when you wake up, is taut with anticipation. For one thing, like you just wake up and you know that the tower is, if not excited, definitely anticipatory of something. Secondly, when you go downstairs or side stairs or whatever stairs they technically are at that point in time, you arrive in a room that has been turned into a kitchen. And you can see that your father is there, sat at the table, and is a crocodile.
Excellent.
Hi, Dad.
Hello, Jeanette.
Cool.
I have never seen the creature you are now.
It's called a crocodile.
Weird.
Very much so. I have no idea where it's from. I just know it's called a crocodile.
Huh. You'd think that... Well, I guess it makes sense. There's none around here. It's cold up here.
Yes, it's probably something from the further southern continent. That said, I find its lack of opposable thumbs most annoying for breakfast. And you can see that a magic hand is just lifting a spoonful of cereal to his, like, massive crocodile maw. Just nom, nom, nom.
Just eating Wheaties.
Yep, basically. Now, Jeanette, I have a request that I need to make of you. Kind of an important one.
Anything you need, Dad.
I need you out of the house for 2 days. Just the 2.
Oh. I
You
mean,
can have my little mobile forge if you want to still do work outside, but I'm sure you have your own one.
I guess. I've been gone for a really long time. I was looking forward to getting back to work.
I know, but I only just recently got back myself, and I'm expecting visitors. They're only going to be around for a short time, but I would rather get entertaining them out of the way nice and quick.
Oh, I don't get to meet them?
Well, I suppose you can hang around and see them as they enter, but after that we'll need the privacy.
Okay, I guess.
That's my go. Also, did you make a new automaton? I saw something sweeping the floors earlier.
Huh? Not yet? I was
Interesting.
going to, though.
Is he talking about Tam?
No, he will, he, like, pauses and gets up from the chair, which is a weird thing to see a crocodile do, and a mage hand opens up what appears to be like like a breakfast bar window where you can look on the other side of it. It just hits the slide. And when he opens it, he's just looking into the middle, like, dining room hallway-ish, like, or the foyer. And you can see the parts that you were delivered to have turned into a being are actually already active and at their job.
Huh.
Interesting.
Wow. I guess Tower just did it himself. Okay.
Yes, he's rather excited about our guests, I believe. Wants to leave a good impression. And just sort
Well-
of slide it shut again and return to his chair awkwardly.
I didn't think my revenge would be complete so soon. Feels good.
Revenge, you say? What did this one do?
Well, the head tried to kill your granddaughter, and the torso called my wife something very mean.
Fair
I
enough.
just got the leg somewhere. I forget.
It's probably just out of the leg repository. Not the suppositories. Please don't put legs in you like that. Also, I can't help but notice yours are backwards right now.
Oh, right. Yeah, so it turns out that when you bear a fae, it mutates your body.
Huh.
I also lactate milk that makes you smart.
You don't say. And he'll, like, slide his bowl along, ask for a top-up.
You know what? Sure.
And
I've
then
got vials of it everywhere.
Yeah, and then he'll just continue eating his Wheaties. Huh. I am slightly smarter. Incredible.
Yeah, I've been trying to, one of the things I have to beat the specter of death is I thought, you know what, one of the avenues I could pursue other than, becoming an automaton or something like
Of
that.
course.
I've been infusing myself with more and more Fey energy.
Certainly a way to achieve things.
I can now vomit rainbows that hurt people.
That sounds awfully inconvenient more than anything.
It really is. I don't really understand why I got that one, but I also realized that trying to understand the Fae will drive you insane. That way lies madness. And honestly, I like my sanity exactly where it is. Perfect.
Fair enough. Now, I can't remember, did Saoirse stay overnight?
Yeah, but Saoirse's
Excellent.
also, like a third insane.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Can you give
One-third.
me a test for her anyway? She has advantage.
Sure. This is a wisdom saving throw.
Yep. Wow, she has an incredible wisdom save.
Yep, because she has a 19 in wisdom. It didn't help.
No, she needs to beat 10. She's only been here one night. The DC goes up the more nights you stay, but like it's the one. It's fine. She'd have to have really fluffed it hard.
Consecutive nights or just nights in general?
Consecutive nights.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, that third won't become 2/3 anytime soon, then.
No. And yeah, as you're mentioning this, Saoirse will flutter in. Hi! Hello, granddaughter. And she's like, you're a crocodile now! He goes, you know what one of those is? I know the name of it.
Huh. I am not as smart as I thought I was. I have no idea what this was.
Oh, neither do I. I just know its name.
Well, in any event, we have to go back into town and go home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Dad said we could stick around and see who's coming, but other than that, we have to leave.
How long?
A couple days. Don't
Oh,
worry.
okay.
I have a house in town.
Sure. Also, your crocodad will pause and look Saoirse over. That's an interesting mask you've got there. How did you get it?
I looked at the stars. The big dragon picked me up, and we went above the clouds, and it looked like it was nighttime even though it was middle of the day, and I saw a star, and now I have this.
Huh. Okay, 1 second. 20... Wow, look at those fucking double low balls.
I mean, it's still a 23.
It is still a 23, don't get me wrong.
edition.
Yeah, it's the 23 in 5th edition. The DC was 25 to know, like, properly what he's looking at here. But he can give you an approximation.
Oh?
Why, yes. It would seem you've been granted some measure of a blessing.
Ooh, what's it do?
Well, that's the query, I guess. I'm pretty sure that whenever gods bless people directly, they're meant to expect them to do things. Or, like, be champions, that kind of thing. Like the woman whose hands turn into, like, plants, to do plant person things.
Yeah, that checks out. Okay.
In your case, you happen to have... I'm going to assume because it's a sneaky mask, a Pythuni mask.
Hey, that's my birth sign.
There you go. That's probably partly of why. Maybe at some point Python will want you to do something. Or maybe you
Neat.
already did and you don't even know. Gods are strange like that.
Oh yeah, Dad. I do need to talk to you in a bit. We're hunting a god
For
for
sport or for food?
for a dragon actually.
Is this god also a dragon?
I'm fairly certain she's not a dragon, but honestly, everyone could be a dragon. You never really know.
It's true. Had I thumbs, I would pull out a journal to write in. I will have to make do with not doing that right now. It'll go in my mind palace. And he pauses. You've never seen this crocodile steeple its fingers. I mean, you've never seen a crocodile before. You've never seen this thing steeple its fingers before. All right, written down. All good.
Yeah.
So you're hunting for a god who may or may not be a dragon. For a dragon.
Yeah, the first dragon. Oh wait, I forget his name already. Oh well. The ancient dragon, the progenitor of his race. Apparently he wants us to find Bellatrix because Bellatrix has his daughter's soul, and we need to return that to him. And in return, he won't like blow up the land ever. So we kind of just like, there we go. Yeah, Maltrex. So we kind of made a deal with Maltrex that we'll get his daughter's soul back, and he won't ever, through direct action, turn the cold north into the very on fire north.
Well, that's an awfully good deal, I suppose. A wand of fireball's rare. Let's see here. How powerful is wand of fireballs? How many a day?
So a wand of fireballs has 7 charges, and you regain 1d6 plus 1 per day. A rare item usually goes between 500 and 5,000.
Fireballs.
Does it still have the if you empty it out, it may break clause?
Yes.
And what level is the fireball? Standard?
3rd level.
Okay. 3,100 gold.
How about a wand of magic missiles? Same rules, but 1st level and uncommon, which is 100 to 500 usually.
Or just 500?
Excellent. Excellent. Carry on.
My wayward son. Yep, Saoirse will also agree with some cold smart milk. Straight from the tap would be warm, it's true. I mean, you could do that with Wheaties. Wheaties and warm milk is fine.
I don't believe you.
Yeah. Also, Weetabix, warm milk, and sugar sprinkled on top. It's good stuff.
Only time I had warm milk was when my grandpa was trying to get me to go to bed. He'd just give you
Fair
warm
enough.
milk. Also, he'd pour in a little bit of whiskey, but that's neither here nor there. What? It's a grandpaism. Leave him alone.
No, that's fine. It doesn't require attunement? Fuck, that's a really good item then. Just a useful blap blap that never misses.
Yep.
I'll be damned. Yeah, Crocodad will nod slowly. Well then, now that I can talk, we should surely catch up. What other antics have you gotten to while I mull over the prospects of hunting for a god?
Hunting down great beasts. I was bred by an archfey, but you already knew that. You remember Tam? I was working on him, and I built him, and then I found one of the last living high elves. He was the lord of a hall. Stray forgets his name because he was drinking that episode. He.
His name was Lord Ariendel,
Yeah.
and he spoke like this all the time.
Yeah, Lord Ariendel, high elf. He was kind of withered and wrinkly, but I mean, that didn't stop one of our party from enjoying the pleasures of his flesh. But he was also incredibly charismatic, so I understand.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
he had a hidden workshop and something called a soul forge, which is why Tam looks the way he does now.
Hmm. Alright, he's
aside
gonna make a
from
check
that-
for Soulforge. Wow, another double lowball.
A 5 and a 6, and then you got a 4 and a 6.
And I want to add, these aren't D1s. I'm not dropping numbers. Those are additive.
Yeah, no, I totally understand it, but you know, Dad's also a crocodile and not used to it. He's
This
got
is
that.
probably true.
Got that crocodile brain.
Yeah. Like do you want to know why it's not drop 1? Because there is a threshold for knowing the check, and then there is a threshold for going so way over the knowledge that your advice is madness.
Neat.
So you can hit the DC, and then if he passes it by, I think it's 12.
Oh.
Yeah, by about 12, then it's total fucking incomprehensible madness. But he did totally know the answer.
Oh, and you know the dead are rising again, right?
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
I know I know you decided to die and come back, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like zombies. Kind of gross.
Yes. Dying was interesting. I don't recommend it personally.
Oh, so it wasn't a room full of ice cream, and then you were gonna tell me what ice cream actually was. We were gonna find out what it was when he died.
Turns out I'm a little bit foggy on the details. Terribly embarrassing for me to forget anything ever, but apparently dying is traumatic. Who figured?
The Manticore lied to us.
He will shrug. He will shrug his crocodile shoulders.
That's some dank ass memes right there.
Oh, and you know how we're building a new world, a better world with robots and with science and constructs and energy beams and disembodied brains. Yeah.
Yes.
So, the tieflings are getting a little annoyed at their status in life, and you know how we were just going to when we took over the world, there'd be no needs for slavery. We have other things for that. But they're doing the incredibly boring thing, and honestly, I kind of really dislike them for it, because they don't actually want to start a revolution in any interesting way. They only want to change the hands that steer the vessel. It never occurred to them to attach wings so it could fly.
He will nod sagely. That is rather disappointing. In fact, I happen to know the person you're talking about.
It's myopic and infuriating.
Yes, most so. I'll nod sagely.
If you're gonna have a revolution, at least make it interesting. And besides, my revolution is gonna be better, so get out of the way.
Your revolution is going to have lasers.
Yeah, I did tell her that your revolution would be more interesting, but... Well, apparently if you wanted to be some kind of overlord, then you have to be rather stuck in your ruts. We'll see, I might be able to persuade her to the better ways.
It's so annoying. Like, she has constructs, but she doesn't even have constructs that do anything. She has no plan to, like, hunt down the great beasts or build a city underwater. She just wants them to do trade. Trade! She's gonna make Warforged to be traders. They're called Warforged.
I suppose, but that might be because they're sentient. And if you're trying to break an anti-slavery thing, then taking a sentient race and making them into a war being probably is a little bit... Regardless, that's a whole bunch of politics, I'm sure.
Yeah, we just make our own race and we're like, hey, fighting is cool. There's things you can fight. And they're like, yeah.
They should have called them Trade Forged.
I know. If you're going to make Warforged simply for trading, you call them Trade Forged.
Maybe they are. Maybe it's a branding issue. I'll be sure to bring that one up.
Grumble, grumble. Also, I think I'm questing with her daughter. I think. It's very confusing. She's very angry about it.
I suppose
she
she would be angry. Does she believe in the greater revolution of science?
I don't think so. Every time I start talking, she just shakes her head and says my name.
Ah. Hmm. Her mind has not yet been expanded. I should obviously speak with her at some point and see if we can resolve that.
I only have one friend who's been touched by inspiration. She
Who
made
would
Tower
that
hungry.
be?
That was very weird.
Pardon me, Tower got hungry.
Yeah, she was hanging out with Tower, and then the Ravenette girl with the tentacles. Oh, I gave her tentacles, by the way.
Well, tentacles are fun. That's a good idea.
Exactly. She's
Hmm.
also followed around by a what Squiggles race called? I forget. I
Eldritch
remember
Sprite.
making it. Yeah, followed around by an Eldritch Sprite who got really big and ridiculously attractive.
Hmm. Oh, it must be male now.
Is that true?
I think so.
Interesting.
Either that or I've got it completely backwards.
Can you even tell with outer beings?
That's exactly the point. I'm sure it's one or the other. I can tell you that much, certainly. That it has probably become one of the others. You know, changing gender's pretty normal after all.
Ah, indeed. I kind of fell asleep when Tower was explaining about Eldritch things. Sorry, Tower. I had
There's
been up
like a
for
clunk
4 days.
from one of the cupboards just idly as though it was some kind of big shrug response.
I'd been up for 4 days.
Fair. He'll ponder for a moment. Anyway, I suppose let's have a think here. I can make you a little god-finding device. That should be easy enough.
Ooh, that would be useful.
Of course.
The last time we saw her. Oh, right. I have also created a new race. Forgot about that.
You created a new race.
Were you paying attention to any of the comings and goings of the world when, say, a great beast drake thing attacked?
I think I was busy being dead.
Oh, okay. Well, there's a giant drake that attacked, and Bellatrix helped us kill it, though we didn't know it was her at the time. And I found some eggs in its egg pouch, I guess. And 2 of them could be fertilized, so I fertilized them.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, I should have brought them here, but actually Thyri's watching after them right now. I made them a little incubator out of the bones of their dead mom.
How delightfully ingenious.
I know, right? So yeah, one of them, and I even have it works as 2 experiments at once because it's one I fertilized as myself, a Fey-touched human, and the other was fertilized by a werewolf. Maybe we'll get a were-dragon. Were-drake.
You had a Jarl? Well, sorry, no, you had a werewolf ejaculate on an egg.
Well, more like his wife milked him into a bottle, and then I mixed it with a bunch of science, and then I put that on the egg.
But essentially you had him jerk off on an egg.
Yes.
Okay. Cunning.
Theory.
I like it.
Theory's married to the Jarl of, that direction. Honestly,
Like you point in what seems to be a cardinal direction, and then he looks up. Oh, to the south and west.
Yeah,
Fair
that
enough.
way. I can't be asked to remember all of these things. Some things I need to forget to learn new stuff.
Makes sense.
Oh yeah. Also, one of my friends died. That was very disappointing. It's a
Are
pity
they
he
coming
didn't have
back?
I don't think so. He didn't
Oh.
have the sigil, so Tower couldn't protect his soul after death.
That's unfortunate.
I know, right? More people should make pacts with good towers. Although
Absolutely.
I think Tower's the only one of his kind. Are you the only one of your kind, Tower?
There's a long, like, pause of nothingness, and then also your father pokes something goes, come now. Everyone knows Tower is chaotic neutral.
Huh. Okay. So yeah, that's basically what I've been up to. I don't really. Oh, I did do a bad thing though. I did I didn't know that it was an ancient laboratory, and I kind of let out someone's experiment on accident. Well, I didn't, not an accident on purpose, but I feel
Accidentally
really
on
bad
purpose.
about it.
You
I
should
feel
feel
really
bad.
bad. Oh.
He
But
tries to fold his crocodile arms, but they only like go halfway. So instead, he's just got like his arms in an X shape in front of him. But you can tell he's trying to constantly like fold his arms at you in disappointment. Don't
I
let out
just
other
thought
people's experiments.
I just thought it was a prison. I didn't
Though,
get
I see.
I didn't get told until the last minute by an ancient elven vampire that this was in fact a laboratory, and I had let out some poor scientist's experiments. Could have been a lot.
Jeanette, I am proud of just how insane your adventures thus far seem to have been. You make me very, very proud.
It was exciting.
And he will nod, and use a mage hand to pat you on the head. You have done a very good job.
Yay!
Seeing as that parenting thing, gotta tell them they're doing a good job. It's important. And yeah, after which, your father will finish his Wheaties, as will Sisha, who will then like probably perch on his head because she's never ridden a crocodile before. And he will walk you out of the kitchen and into the main foyer. Now, they have this whole thing about secrecy that they want to attend to, so you mustn't tell anyone that they were here.
So what you're saying is the thing you told me the first time I came home. What happens in the tower stays in the tower.
Absolutely. Unless the tower wants it to not stay in the tower, but that's a very rare occasion and usually produces something dangerous. So
Hey.
that doesn't happen up too often.
It wasn't our fault that that beast was let loose. Tower was just doing it for a laugh.
Well, yes, sometimes tower gets gassy, I'm sure.
It only killed a small town.
Very small town.
Alright.
Yeah, and as he's standing at the door, and you can feel the anticipation on the tower just sort of like vibrate and pulse. And then there is a knocking at the door. Clunk, clunk.
Do you want me to get that dead?
Oh no, Tower will get it. I think he's just trying to wait. You know, enjoy the moment. And he'll wait and pause, and then there's another knock, knock. Okay, Tower, you've made your point. And the door opens itself up. Stepping into the room is a familiar face, actually. A very, very familiar face. It looks an awful lot like Thyri, actually. You're pretty sure it's
Oh, no.
Thyri, or Thyri, or Rhea,
Wait.
or Thyria.
I'm not Anna.
You're not Anna, so yes, no. So, I mean, it could be Thyri and it could be Rhea. You can tell by the clothing and the fact that she's in the company of her mother that it's probably Rhea.
I will squint at them and internally yell about how boring they are.
Crocodile will look to point. Of course, right. It was these ones you were probably talking to about the whole revolution thing. And at which point, the mother is like partway into issuing a greeting before she just stops partway through. Jeanette, so nice to see you again. And what was this about revolutions?
Freaking boring. I'll be good. I'll go
She'll
before I
watch
start.
you be crazy on the spot. I see.
I'll go before I start yelling.
Very well. Oh, here, if you see Thyri, I've got this for her. And she pauses and rummages inside a robe sleeve and then pulls out a little box. I forgot to give her this, if you please.
Squint. Slowly take it.
It's a little box. Looks like a little jewelry box.
Guarantee it's full of lasers and boring. And then Jeanette will just start to walk out and then like turn around, like make eye contact. Just they're called Traitor Forge, for God's sake, and just slam the door.
Saoirse will yelp because she hadn't passed all the way through yet because she was on Papa's head. She goes, and then she will slowly open the door, flutter onto the other side of it, hold it, and then slam it dramatically.
Grumble, grumble. Worst revolutionaries. Come on, now I'm in a bad mood.
I'm sure it's fine, really. Maybe he'll tell them that their revolution's boring and they should make it more fun.
I'm so sad I didn't get to meet my friends again. Oh.
Start-
Screaming
Gonna start my
eternally.
Start my own revolution with blackjack and hookers.
Yep.
Can we just kill
Oh,
Jeanette,
no.
please?
No, she's such a good girl, and it lets me do such insanity. She's just a vector for madness, and I love it.
And I'll have you point out that I have never once stepped outside of my alignment.
It's true.
Isn't your line
Chaotic
of
science.
science?
It does wound like fun, Anna.
Okay, well, I guess
Yeah.
it's time to go.
Whatever.
You probably find them with Anna still like doing like just a bunch of Anna snow angels. Whenever she tries to do a snow angel and stands up like comedy style, it's a devil. And like, damn it, every time. No, it probably actually is quite a good snow angel because you have tentacles to help sculpt everything.
It's very big wings.
Yep.
Alright, I'm just gonna walk away from the tower, just screaming my argument against Thyri's mom at the top of my lungs because I wasn't allowed to stay and yell at her.
Fair enough.
You're shouting at the outside of the tower.
You know,
She's just shouting
walking
as she
away.
walks away. She's just having a casual walk and shout.
Casual walk and shout, that's right.
Such
Yes.
a protagonist. Oh my god.
So upset about things. Okay. Time to go back in town.
Pull you into this nice, pretty background.
Yay.
It's a bit of a walk down from the tower.
Do, 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 do.
Yep. Your wife is glad to see you. The Blink dog is looking blinky today. Helltam is sat being a good boy.
Just gonna go.
Then he's probably into
here.
keg number 3 of the morning.
Makes sense. Just gonna go over here and I don't know, sit in my wife's lap or something.
Yeah. She hasn't got a
Take her away.
particularly decent chair, and you've got a whole lot more ass than you used to have.
But she can sit in my lap either way.
Yeah, she like you'll move to sit on her lap, and then she'll go, "Oof! She'll give you a squeeze and a hug. We might have to swap places. You have a much larger posterior than I remember." And her hands reach down and squeeze.
Yeah, I really thought you might like that.
It's a lot of fun. However, this is not a large enough chair.
Sure, we'll trade.
All right. There's like a squeaky, squeaky, and then she'll swap and sit in your lap instead. There we go.
I suppose it would be a lot easier for her to work this way as well.
Also true.
Having to work while reaching around. And
The thickness, yeah.
I heard reach around what?
Exactly.
speaking of reach around,
Okay.
there was a thing with Anna and Viv set for
Oh yeah.
last night. I was gonna give you. It's massage time. You're gonna get massage time.
Of course. Would you like to roll for how good the tentacle massage is?
Okay. All right, I'm gonna line up my tentacles in a nice row in front of me. I'm gonna start giving them like drill instructor instructions. All right. Oh yes.
Jesus.
Oh my.
Viv reaches completion partway through the massage. It's a
Twice.
very sticky massage. Yeah, twice. It's a very good massage. So savant.
Yes.
Oh, that was the best.
I'm really good at massages.
Yes, you are.
Boops is an exceptionally attentive lover.
It would have been really ironic if the Thyri tentacle was.
Nah, Theory's just exploring all the weird places he can.
Thyri is the best at picking up weapons.
Of course.
I think Thyri is the one that got disarmed last time, and then the tentacle thing scooped up weapons. Like, I could do that too. Then Thyri, the weapon, picked up a weapon. It was good. It's a well-behaved tentacle.
I had thought Theory was the exploration tentacle.
Yay! Stray.
Hey, she deserved it.
More importantly, though, one of her mother's agents is a Frankenstein's monster from the tower.
Yeah, well, I did tell Dad what happened, and he'll probably tell her that, the one cardinal rule about the freelance, don't cross a Hauptmann.
Yep.
We feed you to tower.
It's true. It happens.
Don't cross the Hauptmanns.
Yeah, you might learn why they met if you can manage to finagle it out of your father. Turns out they bang. No.
That'd be fucking amazing if I'm actually just, like, related to Jeanette now.
But no, I mean, no, you'd be more like Vag sisters, where your family has had sex before. But
Eskimo brothers.
was that where you touch dick tips in the same woman?
Hey, not gay if the balls don't touch.
That's true. But dick tips, they can grind.
As long as you wear, like, a little ball pouch or something, you cannot be a homosexual. It's true.
Well, sure. I mean, and everyone knows the best ball pouch is cute girl panties, and you just,
Yeah.
the dick peep out the top.
Yeah.
There you go. Totally straight.
Yeah, I'm
how that
glad we all
works.
agree on this.
Yeah, no argument.
Yep. Everyone just pauses and takes a slow drink. Just. Mm-hmm. World's an okay place.
Anyway, so I guess Anna will spend the night with Viv, and we'll wake up in the morning with Viv fully enclosed by tentacles, except for her face. Just hugging you. It's very warm.
Yeah. Must be before then you leave for Snow Angels.
Yes, but before that, when Anna's leaving, is about to go. She's like, oh wait, oh that's right, I remember something. What was it? I need to. Oh, I remember now. And she'll like just jump down on the ground, and we'll scurry on over to Viv, and we'll whisper something to her ear. Viv, it's very important that you never sleep alone.
Never sleep alone.
Never sleep alone. And then it's gonna run away.
Oh my.
Squiggles will look from the departing Anna to you, squeak, and then follow after her.
And then Theory will find her playing in the snow, making snow angels.
Yep. Never sleep alone.
Oh my god. At first I thought it was funny, now I'm just annoyed whenever fucking Tottenham Hotspur's shit comes in. It's so annoying to print.
What?
The motto is "You'll never walk alone." And I print a lot of those shirts, and they're the most annoying because all of them are like 5XL.
Of course they are. The Tottenham Hotspur shirts. You only follow them if you're from one of the less prestigious portions of the UK. At least it's not fucking Man U.
Don't think you're getting away, skinny people. Small shirts are also a pain in the ass because they don't fit all the way on the pallet.
I wish I were a skinny person.
Just
With
yelling at
boobs
everyone
like
now.
pow.
Boobs like pow.
I want a booty like pow, and boobs like what?
We have the technology. Have you seen
Do
Bailey
we
J?
have the technology? We don't have the money or time.
That's true.
That would be amazing to go into a doctor's office like, so what can I do for you? I want a booty like pow!
Just, do what Bailey J did. She turned out great.
This is true.
No idea how she did it, but 10 out of 10.
Voodoo.
Oh yeah. All the black magics.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently she's a nurse in real life as well. It's crazy.
God, that would be my favorite nurse.
Oh yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, anyway. Before I think too much about Nurse Bailey J. Goodness me. Give myself the vapors. Swoon. Oh my. But yes, so you're having Anna help you make stuff, is that right?
Yes, I want her to make me things.
Alright, how about that wood carving test?
Okay.
I have the utmost faith in you.
You are in the freelance. If you go and borrow a workshop to work in, it's basically like a couple of silver to spend an hour with their tools, and you can get advantage.
Okay. These tools are pretty good. I think they're alright. I'm gonna weigh the tools. I'm gonna flip the tools around in the air. I'm gonna start juggling the tools. And I'm like, inspect the tools. And then I guess I'm going. Then I will get to work.
Okie dokie.
Oh.
So in fact, you do carve a giant goose.
Yep, that's what it is. It's not a dragon, it's a goose. Oops.
Alright. Okay, so you waste 20 silver. Would you like to try again?
Sorry, Thyri, I made a goose.
That's okay, Anna. It's a very nice goose. I think I'll put it on the mantle back home.
It is a very nice goose.
It is a good goose, though, it's true.
Anna.
Still a goose. You keep making gooses, it's really weird.
Anna,
I'm really
here,
hungry.
Let me draw you a picture of what a dragon looks like. Maybe that'll jog your memory.
Okay.
And actually, do I know Minor Illusion?
8 and 9 and then 10 and 11.
I just create an illusion. I do! I create an image of the dragon, like exactly what I want, point for point. Like, here, just carve the word exactly like this.
Focus. Okay, hands. Okay, hands. Let's focus. Okay, focus.
Will she get advantage for having this?
She already has
I already have
advantage.
advantage.
Oh, she already has advantage. Never mind. No!
I'm sorry.
Now it's a Draco goose. You've carved the goose of World's End.
I'm getting a little closer.
Alright, so like an hour has passed, and she's produced a goose, and a Draco goose.
Alright, we're almost there, Anna. Come on, I believe in you. We can do this.
Yay, 15, that's enough.
I'm gonna guidance it.
What is
That's so good, you
on?
went 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15.
I missed a 12.
You missed a 12, but Jesus. Alright, 17. Regardless, 15 was the DC, because you have an exact copy. It's not actually complicated to make a stuff.
So, like, 2 hours later, just like, oh, thank you so much, Anna. It's gorgeous. And now I have all these wonderful little geese.
Draw her a goose, reverse psychology. What happens? Roll again. Let's see what happens if you just tell her to make a goose.
Alright, yeah. I'm just gonna try and get Anna to make me a goose to complete the set.
Knew it.
Alright, so now that I have the best... Hold on, let's see if I can make it to 25. Yes!
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's the best dragon you've ever seen when you tell her to make a goose.
Perfect. Alright. Wow, Anna, that's such a good goose. Thank you so much.
Oh, I was really inspired. I was thinking about that big goose that flew us through the sky that one night. It was really big.
It looks
feathers
very
from it,
much.
though.
It does look very much like Maltrax, the one she makes when she's at her goosiest.
Yeah, there's just like, I think Thyri just like loses a couple of IQ points over the course of this hour. Yeah, how much did that cost in materials?
I think.
It's
Like 5 gold.
70 silver.
70?
Yeah, 70 silver.
Okay, I'll just pay for that, and I will
Go.
give Anna 5 silver extra because that's how much silver I have left. Like, here you go. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It was really fun. I like carving things.
Yeah. Anna, you feel like a warm and appreciative feeling from your ring.
Ah.
The one on your hand, not your other ring.
Oh.
Yeah, your taint feels warm.
Yeah, I got such a satisfied taint.
Alright, and now I'm gonna go, fucking put this on the head of my walking staff, and I'm gonna hollow out the top of the staff so that my wand fits in there, and jam that fucker in there. And now I have a staff that has a giant dragon on it that shoots laser beams out of it.
It seems that I didn't write down the ring.
And the version I've got in the handout is not the full description of that ring, so give me a moment while I double check what it does.
I thought I had written that down. I have written down my dressing gown, my pretty gown, and two magic daggers. I do not have. What?
Oh god, you guys are back to being human beings again. Good.
Was it a rowboaty?
A little bit.
I felt like I was in a fucking 90s dance club.
I should have said I'd have, I can just change this over. Unless that's what's happened. I don't know.
Oh, there it is. Oh.
Have you got the details for it?
Oh no, that's just the one. I just saw the one in the handout.
Yeah, no, that's the baseline of just what the ring looked like to you, so I'm going through old stuff. Do 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 do. That was it. Okay, got it. And then I will whisper that to ya.
Do 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 do.
Did you guys hear that?
Roo!
Yeah.
Roo!
Was it Tasha?
Yeah, it was just Tasha just under my chair just decided to make a noise for no reason. It was so cute.
Someone wants to know what it does so bad. I mean, the ring has been attuned and its details are known. It's just whether Anna shares it. I suppose I can pop it in anyway, fuck it. Yeah, but...
Hey, Tasha, high five. Good girl.
True.
Let's see here. It has now got additional details in it. Is a good ring. And the curse, not a big deal for someone who creates something every day.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So yes, Anna creates a bunch of stuff and it's good.
Does that will that work if I spend like a week in progress of making something?
Yes, you are considered to be creating whilst you're like actually working on a thing. That's not a
Okay.
problem.
Okay.
If a day passes where your hands do not touch art, then you take constitution damage.
I have a very upset tummy.
Yep, basically. You get a really bad shot, and that's like the first warning.
Ew.
Look out! I didn't finish this little statuette, and I shit farted myself.
No.
You're having a cereal. So now you guys are all rich and shit, and you're crafting things, and presumably you guys are going to let a week pass through. What else do you want to accomplish during this time? You have
Well-
Magma Boule hide armor being produced for Astra.
I've already given the fuck me boots to Jeanette, and I'm also going to see if they got any kind of magic weapons here at the store, or the weaponsmith, or whatever.
Alright, so you're at the weaponsmith. Let's roll up more fucking cool shit, you guys.
Can we get some bloodborne trick weapons?
If you give me like,
Trick weapons are snow elven, but there is a percentage chance you can get them.
want a
hopefully I can
Kirk
find
hammer
some kind of cool short bow. Give me some ranged magic weapons.
Let's have a look here at my list of stuff. Give me the briefest of
wait.
moments.
No, wait. What was that one? The buzzsaw? What was that?
The whirly gig.
The whirly
The
gig.
whirly
Yeah.
gig. That's the best weapon ever.
So fucking fun.
I
The
personally am a
whirly
big
gig.
fan of the wheel.
Yeah.
It's just the fucking
Bulgaria's
death
wheel.
wheel. Logie wheel. It's a great fucking
I mean,
thing.
honestly, my favorite weapon is still the fucking Kirk hammer, just for the aesthetics of it.
I do.
goddamn
The Kirk
sick.
hammer
It
is.
is a very
I played
cool
the whole
weapon.
game through with the Kirk hammer. It's
Yep.
good shit.
MLGS for life.
Alright, let's see here.
But that's in every Soulsborne game.
But this one is so much cooler, it actually transforms.
That's true. Alright, let's pull this out. Armory, races. And here we go. Bloodborne Armory. How many items are there? And then we can do some percentage rolling, I suppose.
Watch me roll up Simon's Bowblade. That'd be a perfect fit for this.
I think you mean Green Flame Blowblade.
I mean, that would be cool to find, but I don't think we're gonna find that.
Well, allow me to step into my workshop.
Alright, let's see here. There are quite a lot of trick weapons now. Do I include trick firearm?
Trick firearms.
Do guns even exist in this setting?
I was told no.
They don't really. As I say, it's a snow elf thing only. Thematically, they would not be firearms, but they would have a ranged attack instead.
There's
So
a
they
reason
would
why.
like crossbows.
Effectively, yes. Or in the case of like a cannon, it's like a hand washer.
There's a reason why I couldn't take the gunsmith.
Yep. Yeah, anything that's light reload as a hand crossbow, anything that's reload as a crossbow, and anything that is heavy loading is probably a hand washer.
If we had someone strong enough, we could maybe try and get our hands on get a gun lance.
Yeah, I mean the church
Richard
cannon is in there, and
Spilloff.
that's quite funny.
Let's see, what monster hunter weapons are that are interesting?
Oh no, get that gay shit out of
No.
here.
Okay, so would you like to do the first roll, Amxal? First, give
Sure.
me 2d100, please. Uh, 5774. Okay. Let me pull out my little lists of bits and bobs. I'm afraid neither of those are trick weapons. Item. Type. Weapon. Alright, so we have uncommon. Alright, so what the fuck is this? That's really funny. Alright, give me 1, 2, 3. 1d6, please. One, two. Wow, okay. It is a javelin of lightning.
Oh, I love that conceptually. In game, it's kind of shit, but
A magic weapon, you hurl it, speak the command word, transforms into a bolt of lightning, forming a line 5 feet wide that extends out from you to a target within 120 feet. Each creature in the line, excluding you and the target, must make a dex saving throw, taking 46 on a failed save and half as much on a successful one. It turns back into a javelin when it reaches the target.
does it have a recharge at all ever? Or is it still one?
Next dawn. It's once a day.
Okay. Still, it's not.
It can still be used as a magical weapon afterwards.
Yeah, that doesn't give you a +1 or anything.
It doesn't have a +1 or anything, no, but it is also magic for the sake of DR.
Yeah, still. It's not great, but it's not horrible.
Yeah,
Yep,
it's not.
it
better
is
than the-
uncommon. What was the price of values for uncommons?
That was... Huh? I actually have the table open still. Uncommon is 100 to 500.
Alright, this would be 250.
Here, I will just link you the table.
That's much appreciated. Thank you.
You are welcome.
Okay. Alright, who wants to roll the next? We're going to pull up 5
Do it.
items. Alright, pets. 2d100, please. Oh my god, you made it into trick weapon.
Wow.
Woo!
Look at you, you beat 92.
Nice going.
Alright.
Good job.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, can you roll me 2d6, please? Okay. So we have whatever the fuck that is, or one of these ones. Alright, and 2d20, please. Okay. I am going to let you choose between 2 things here. I need to double check what one of these ones actually does, just before I say something strange. Alright. So, there is a chemical spraying weapon,
Oh no.
or... Did those doggo farts?
No, that was me responding to the trick weapon. I know what that is.
Or... a strange-looking fist weapon.
Oh my.
You only get the
Hand of
2 just...
Gratia.
It might be.
Oh my god.
Oh.
So there are 2 things in there. One is a chemical thrower and one is a fist weapon. Which one would you like it to be? And then that's what gets added to the list.
Oh. I'm feeling the Dirk vibes right now. Let's go with the fist.
Alright, so yes, it is the Fist of Gratia. Let's see what its actual rules are. Critical hits with this weapon automatically stun targets until the end of their next turn.
Neat.
Let's see here. Yep, that was 525. That's what that does.
Ooh.
Who wants to roll next?
I was gone. What is any of this about?
I'll roll.
Magic weapons are being rolled.
Eh.
Roll. Alright, 2d100, please.
Nice.
Okay.
I win at
let's-
D&D, guys.
Let's see here. Rarity. Let's just
Not
set
sure if rolled legendary or common.
I mean, there is no such thing as a common magic weapon, actually. So. I
Oh,
guess I
that's
have
where
to-
you're wrong now that Xanathars is here. Fucking common ass bullshit.
Alright, I will open up Xenothar's, I suppose.
Actually, I don't know if there's weapons in there, but there's a bunch of common magic items that are stupid and fun, like the Wand of Smiles. It just makes people smile if
Wand.
they fail a save.
Ah.
It's so good.
Yeah, I don't see it. Sadly.
Let's see, there's a
Unlimited on-
staff, a couple of staffs, there's some armor. Does
What's
this place sell
the-
armor?
This one's the weapon one. You already went through the. I mean, they sell metal armor.
Right, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
So there's like the smoldering armor and shit.
Yeah, you literally have the choice of uncommon weapon or uncommon armor. So I mean,
Yeah, I guess.
well, common actually weapon or armor, but magical.
Well,
what
I
page's
guess it's
number is
common
this?
armor then.
Yeah, what page number?
136 has the armor of gleaming and cast-off armor, and then 139 has the smoldering armor, and also a
Okay.
couple staffs, which are fucking stupid, and I love them.
Yeah.
The staff of flowers. What does it do? It makes flowers.
I want it so much.
All right, 1d2, please.
All right.
All right, it sure is the smoldering. Smoldering armor any. Let's see here. Roll me 1d3.
All right.
And Stray, would you like me to change the base server so just in case you're?
I accidentally clicked on another
Oh,
chat
okay.
when I was scrolling up in our fucking
That's
Discord.
fine.
I'm dumb. Leave me alone.
That's okay. All right, it is light armor.
Excellent.
So yeah, it is studded leather armor of smoldering. Wisps of harmless, odorless smoke rise from this armor whilst worn.
You're welcome, guys.
What was it?
The armor of smoldering, one of the only common suits of armor in the game. It has no magical properties other than that it just smolders. Fucking, I love Xanathar
That sure is
so much.
50 gold pieces.
What kind of armor?
That sure is the lowest possible entry for a common piece of gear at all can be in the magic list.
Hester's like, Mom, can I have it? No!
What kind of armor is it?
Studded
It's
leather.
just fucking studded leather. It could be any. You could get full plate of smoldering, which would just make you smoky shoulder armor. But
But I rolled.
you rolled it light. Which, frankly,
Actually,
considering your
do I
party
even
is
have
more
magic
useful than
armor?
full.
I still have basic bitch studded leather. Hold on, let me go buy it.
If you want to spend 50 gold, you can totally buy studded leather armor of smoldering.
No.
Aren't there only like two of us who can wear medium armor? Like me and Astra?
Yeah. Literally,
Yeah.
that is it. And Astra can wear heavy armor.
Studded leather is light.
Also, yeah.
No, I was just wondering,
Yeah.
with our armor proficiencies, none of us can wear heavy armor.
Astra can.
No, Astra can. She's a
but it's
fighter.
unlikely she ever would unless you got
Yeah,
some
'cause
specially made to give her
in her
dex
studded leather
proficiency still.
plus 1, she has AC 20, so...
Well, excluding Astra, the fighter.
Yeah.
And she just plain doesn't wear plate.
Yep.
So yeah, no, nobody wears plate.
You're already a group of squishlies.
Yeah, I forgot on armor. Remember?
Yeah, you don't wear any, do you?
She
Not
wears
any
a
armor anymore.
Bodis and fuck me boots.
Yep.
And is it cheaper to enchant shittily enchanted armor than normal armor?
No, I'm afraid not. You can't actually enchant over enchanted stuff. You'd have to destroy it, and you would get fuck all residium. Because you'd get 50 gold's worth of residium, which can't build you shit except
This
for
guy
maybe
is
another
literally
armor of
selling
smoldering.
like one of the mage's like freshman projects.
Yeah, no, it probably is like I mean, it still sells. It's 50 gold's worth of gear. It's still something. It's worth more than just normal studded leather armor, and it has a cool effect.
Buy 5 whole gold pieces.
Yep.
God, I kind of want to just buy it for shits and giggles, but
I mean, it's magical, so it can't be destroyed, but it doesn't give you any +1 to your AC.
Yeah.
It's technically more resilient than normal studded leather because it has it is a magical piece of armor.
yeah, but then I'll be all smoky all the time, and people think I'm a tiefling.
I'll buy it. I want it.
Okay.
You wisps of harmless, odorless smoke.
Of
All right,
course
there you
you
go.
do.
That's all it does. Studded leather armor of smoldering. It is magical armor. It has no enhancement bonus, but wisps of harmless, odorless smoke rise from it when worn.
You're welcome, guys. I contributed to the magic item find.
Cool. Alright, who wants to roll next?
Can I get a reroll?
Yes.
I'll let Savin try again. 2d100, please. Try and get above a 10.
There we go.
Hey, look at that. There's something you probably can't afford.
Yay.
Started.
Alright. Let's see here. Huh. Okay. What the fuck are you? And what are you? Jesus Christ!
Oh boy.
What did I fucking roll? The Staff of the Magi?
Well, no, because this is in weapons, right?
It's,
I was just
What's
looking
it,
at what some
Oathbow?
of these are, because I didn't recognize their names.
I rolled a Holy Avenger.
I mean, under very rare, it's one is called the 9 Lives Stealer.
Oh shit, son! I know what that
thing.
is. That thing is baller as fuck.
Alright, roll me a 1d10.
Alright. Come on, Astra. Let's see if we can get you the... Yes!
Ooh, actually, that's a +3 weapon. Just outright a +3 weapon.
That's very rare, so like at minimum 5 grand. Sure can't afford that.
Wow. I mean, there are a lot of really cool ones there under very rare, like the fucking Oathbow, the Frostbrand, the Dwarven throwing hammers that come back to you over and over again, and if it's a giant, they just get fucking dunked on.
I'd love for us to find an Oathbow by like a shortbow form. That'd be great.
Yeah, sadly the Oathbow's a longie. Okay, so yeah, now we need to figure out what weapon this +3 weapon is. I mean, it could end up being a shortbow for all we know.
Oh my god.
Alright, let's see here. Categories.
And just 1d4 to see which category it is. And
Yeah,
then
yeah. Yes, please.
Sub-rolls. Alright, fucking simple weapons.
It is a simple weapon.
Oh god, is it a knife?
Oh my god, a +3 knife. No, I hope it's something really fucking retarded, like a +3 sickle. Oh my god.
It's just called Wheat's Bane.
Weeps.
Made for a farmer who just got fucking tired of cutting everything every week. And just like, nah, fuck this. It's got the Vorpal enchantment on it.
Alright, 1d10, please.
I've made the worst pair of magical items in the shop, I'm sorry.
Actually, it's a +3 javelin.
But it doesn't return, mind you.
It doesn't return.
But you can poke, you can stab someone with it.
You can. You can poke. You can poke somebody with the javelin. Alright. You're welcome, guys.
Since it's so basic, bitch, I'm not going to give it very rare cost, because 5k for that is a bit obscene. But it's still a +3 item, which can be broken down, so it's 3100.
Well, any of us could afford it if we wanted it.
Alright, who wants to give it a go next?
I guess.
Yeah, someone
Go
who
for it,
isn't
Stray.
me.
2d100.
Oh, I should /R this. It's easier.
Mm-hmm.
You want
I
to
mean,
see
javelins are
both of
probably
them,
like a
it's
school
great.
project recently. And people wondering what the 9 Life Stealer does? Sure, the 9 Life Stealer is a... it can be on any sword. You gain a +2 bonus to attack and damage with this magic weapon. It has 1d8 +1 charges in it. If you score a critical hit against a creature with fewer than 100 hit points, it must succeed a DC 15 Constitution saving throw or be slain instantly as its life is ripped from its body. It loses 1 charge per slain creature.
And once it loses this property, it's still a +2 longsword.
It's still
which
a +2 sword,
fucking
or
good.
whatever sword you want it to be, as long as it does slashing damage.
So, yeah, that weapon is baller as fuck.
Okay, let's see here.
I could guilt-free put that into Savin because Winter's a vampire and fucking immune.
Yeah. 2d20, please.
I did though.
2d20.
Oh,
Yeah, your
Gotta
first roll is like
gotta progress through it all. Okay, let's see here. What the fuck is you?
Javelin of lightning, javelin of +3, fist of gratia.
Huh, okay. What is this? It's got a fun name, I suppose.
How would the fists work? Like if you've got 2 of them, do you just do
Do you get
like
2 of them?
No, it's a singular.
Yeah, in Bloodborne it's only 1.
Only the one.
Oh.
yeah, it's just a hunk of iron that has like a few finger holes for you to just put your fingers through and smash people's faces with.
Yeah. It occupies your gun slot, not your melee weapon slot.
What?
Yeah, it's
That's so
fucking
weird.
dumb, but it's fun as fuck because it does like 999 poise damage.
999.
So if you hit somebody with it, they are going to stagger pretty much no matter what.
Gracia was not a dexterous woman. She just wanted to smash things.
Yep.
I mean, could I get 2 of those so I can 2-weapon fighting them?
But they don't have a
So-
light property. You can't.
You can't.
You can't?
It's a fucking hunk of iron. No, it's not light.
Oh, it's not a
Literal
light weapon?
block of iron.
It's a block of iron with like a fist-shaped dent in it that you can vaguely hook your fingers into.
Oh. I thought it was just like a fist weapon.
I'll
I
show
mean,
you a
it is
picture
in
of
the
it.
vaguest sense of the
technically-
word.
It technically is a fist weapon. +3.
That's the
butter
Fist of
damage.
Gratia.
Oh, that thing. It is literally a block of iron that you just
Yep.
smack
Yes.
someone with. It's like
Yeah.
With finger holes.
it's like a really big set of brass knuckles.
Yep.
Okay, so
Okay, so yeah, no, this weapon is a sunblade.
a sunblade?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Turns out that they're rare, not very rare.
What?
Yeah.
How much does that cost?
If only if only
3,900.
If only Alfir was here.
I know, right?
If only he could be so grossly incandescent. So a sunblade is amazing in that it's basically a lightsaber.
Yup.
This item appears to be a longsword hilt. Whilst grasping the hilt, you can use a bonus action to cause a blade of pure radiance to spring into existence or make the blade disappear. While the blade exists, this magic longsword has the finesse property. If you're proficient with short swords or longswords, you are proficient with the sunblade. You gain a +2 bonus to attack and damage made with the weapon, which deals radiant instead of slashing. When you hit an undead with it, it takes an extra 1d8 radiant. Its blade emits a bright light in 15 foot and dim light for an additional 15. The light is sunlight. While the blade persists, you can use an action to expand or reduce the radius of bright and dim light by 5 feet each, to a maximum of 30 feet or a minimum of 10.
So, I'd like to reiterate, this is a finesse weapon.
Yes, it is a finesse weapon.
Cynthia, I know you like your bow and all, but this is a campaign where the main antagonists employ undead, and this is the fucking undead killer par excellence, so...
Yes, but I'm a squishy, and I don't exactly have the highest thing to be in melee with.
You sure do
I mean,
have
it's-
13 AC and 40 hit points.
Yeah,
How do you have 40 hit points?
because I took average and I don't have any plus to Constitution.
Oh, okay, yeah, that'll do it.
And it is a rogue. It's not like she's actually a fighter.
I have the same hit dice, and I have 60. But, alright, yeah, fair enough. Alright, now to see if I can justify spending that much money on Astra.
You have 60 and you have a +2 Constitution.
Yes, well, it's from Magic. So you said it was 3,500?
It
39.
3,900.
39. Okay, I can't even afford it. Shit.
I mean, I'll swing you some money if you ask.
Let's see here. We still haven't gotten all the magical items yet before you want to try and blow your load. 2, 3,
I mean,
4,
it's
5,
gonna be real hard to convince me not to blow my load on that. It's a
All
real
right.
good
So who
weapon.
hasn't rolled yet?
Kinathis.
Kina, 2d100, please.
Magic item rolling is the best.
If you say so. All right.
Am I proficient with swords as a rogue?
Yeah,
Or
rogues
as a
get
warlock?
short swords and long swords and rapiers.
Sorry, I meant as a warlock, not.
Okay,
2d20, please.
I think warlocks get martial weapons unless they're packed with
No.
blade or warblade or hex blade.
Warlocks have simple weapons. Now, is a short sword a simple weapon?
No.
I don't know.
Let's see here.
It is a martial weapon. Poop.
Okay, so this would appear to be a sword of life stealing. When you attack a creature with this magic weapon, rolling 20 on the attack roll, that target takes an additional 3d6 necrotic, provided they aren't construct or undead. You gain temporary hit points equal to the damage dealt.
That would be really good for Anna.
And it is any bladed weapon. Well, any sword, actually.
But Anna uses knives.
$1,000. Alright. That's all the items up right now.
We're level 8, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you only do the 3d6 when you crit,
Correct.
and you
When
only
roll
get
20.
the hit points when you crit, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So, can the blacksmith here make trick weapons, or are those like special weird things?
They are special weird things. It's a snow elf only. They tend to have one as their racial beginning item, and that's basically it. Snow elves there aren't enough of them, and none of them are blacksmiths.
Can I buy the cloak of the bat?
If you would like to, I'm not going to stop you.
Oh, it's in the roll 20. I can just drag and drop.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Boop.
Can the robe of eyes be worn over armor?
Yeah, it's a robe.
If I take a level monk, I can get short sword proficiency.
The Sunblade is a longsword.
But you can
Alright.
have proficient in it if you have short sword proficiency.
Oh, that's right,
Yes.
actually, yes. Yeah, you could take a level of monk if you wanted. I don't know. You'd have to make it to level 9.
Yeah, I mean, we've been late for a while.
You have been here for a while, yeah.
Scout!
Yeah,
I have the robe of eyes now.
okay, cool.
You bought the robe of eyes.
I did.
So, the Eyes of Charming, Robe of Eyes, and Cloak of the Bat have all been purchased?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, I would want to take Ranger.
The smith will watch in amusement as presumably Astra is actually just flipping the sword on and off, like vroom, 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 vroom.
Oh yeah, totally. She is pretending to be a Jedi right now.
Am I buying the robe of eyes for my wife?
I mean, you're buying it from the shop. She doesn't own this shop.
Oh, okay.
She just happens to have her workplace in it.
I mean, Astra really couldn't because it requires attunement, but still.
What?
Sunblade requires attunement.
Why couldn't Astra do it?
I mean, turning it on and off has to be attuned, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, she can dick around for like an hour in the shop and then... And I guess they probably
True.
wouldn't let random strangers attune to their items. but
Attuned to their
still.
items, yeah, no, they probably are not actually going to let you whomp and whomp. In order to prove that it's real, probably the blacksmith is attuned to it and will break the attunement to also prove that it's not cursed. And they will show it off with a whomp whomp.
If
Actual
you really
just,
want,
like,
if you
clap
really
on the
want the
spot.
weapon, I'm willing to pay some of it for you, Savin.
Oh my god. That's just fucking so expensive. Oh my god. That would be all of my money and then some. So let's... let me see how much it's going to cost me to do this project before I get into Astra begging me to let her have a giant lightsaber.
Yeah, good point. Good
A
point.
finesse lightsaber. Can I change your sight? Right. You have dark vision 120. Okay.
Dank Vision 420.
And I can see invisible creatures and objects and see into the ethereal plane.
This is true.
In another dimension. With voyeuristic intention.
No, we
Well
did this yesterday.
secluded.
Stop.
No! Never stop.
I'll be right back. I'm going to fetch a drink while you muddle over your stuff.
What random shit can I sell to just make 1,000? Alright, so what we do is we steal the sword.
No.
Or I can just give you like 100 platinum, which translates to 1,000 gold, and you pay like another 290 platinum.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of money though.
Wah, magic items are expensive. Wah.
Well, yeah, I could make it myself for half the price. It would just take me like 6 months.
Yeah, I briefly considered making my own robe of eyes, but we haven't fought a great beast with like a bajillion eyes yet, so.
But we know one exists. We can go find
Does
it.
there?
Oh, we do. Yeah, the spider.
Great beasts of legend.
Slightly disappointed they didn't have any magical ranged weapons, but that's alright.
I mean, there's a javelin. You'll have to go
Sorry,
pick it back
let
up.
me let me correct myself. Ranged weapons that actually make sense for me to use.
You could just say ranged weapons that are good. That's okay. I mean, I guess I could sell the Eldritch Light Crossbow +1. They
Eldritch
accept
light
that.
crossbow.
Yeah, but that was like a gift from like your
Yeah,
father-in-law.
exactly. I don't wanna. I have a dagger +1, which as an uncommon magic weapon would probably sell for like 100 cheap fuck.
And back. I've started on the wine. I'm also desperately hungry for pizza, but such is life.
Whine
Alright,
about
so
it.
Purchased
I got a couple questions I'd like to work through with you.
Okay, go right ahead.
Alright, so I have this Tiefling Mage spellbook you were saying I could put up for auction here in town that people
Correct.
would want.
Ah, an auction.
Yeah. So
That is correct, yes. You can go to the auction.
yeah, just for the record, here's what's in it.
Let's see
It was
here.
a generic mage stat block.
It's a good list, isn't it?
It's
It's
pretty
a
good
really,
list.
it's a really that is a mage who knows that they are probably going into like battle.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed, that tiefling mage was a battle wizard. So
Makes sense.
okay, yeah, you could try and go to an auction with this. Not a problem at all. What would you like as your introduction, like like your starting number.
Fuck. What would something like this normally go for?
Hmm.
Can I make an
Let's see
Arcana check?
here.
Or...
You can make an Arcana check. You can just do an intelligence test. You can ask someone to commit the act of geomancy on it for you.
I mean, these are all things I feel like Thyri could do herself, so I'm just gonna have
Okay,
her...
sure. Give me an Arcana test, please.
Alright, and I will have my my new familiar help me out here.
Sure.
Come on, new burb. Let's see if you're as good as the old burb. But
Alright,
wait,
14.
there's more.
Okay, sure. You're pretty certain that the value of any spellbook at baseline is the value of its spells as though they were scrolls. So you go to the scroll prices for all of those, and it's additive because they're all different things. You take away a percentage for the fact that if someone's using a 5th level spell scroll, they probably have lower level spells in them already. But for the most part, they're worth a lot of money because, 3 4th level spells isn't anything to sniff at. They've got 3 slots in it. Oh wait, no, they have 3 slots, but they have 2 spells. So regardless, though, like multiple spells at these level are worth money.
Alright, let me go pull out the scroll price. Did you have a table for that, or are we just using 70 or what?
Let's see here if I've pulled it out.
Alternatively, you can use the magic item cost table and just half everything, because that's the rules.
I forgot what I said they were last time.
That happens.
I'm pretty sure we were just using like a upscaled 70 one of it. Since we use like GP instead of like SP like they do.
Yeah, give me a moment.
So a spell scroll, like a 5th level spell scroll is rare. Then it goes down, so is 4th level. So let me open up the Geomancy notebook here again. We are looking at...
A 4th level scroll is 250 gold pieces in this.
Okay.
Let's see here.
Is a 5th level also worth 250 since it's the same rarity, or is it like...
No, it goes up. I was using your ones for potions, but I believe it was still 1-to-1 gold and scrolls here.
Mm-hmm. Okay, then I can just go look that up in 70.
Yes, please.
Okay. Let's see, where's... Why are all my games falling off the front page?
No idea.
That's so weird.
Because lots of other games were being opened up.
Yeah,
Hey,
like
Savin?
fucking Haunting a Harrowstone. What?
How much shit can you attune to? Is it 2 or 3?
You can attune to 3 items.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Speaking of attunement things, I'll make sure to get the thigh highs to Jeanette so she can enchant them sometime throughout the day.
Sure. I mean, it takes a week to create magical items, but she can do that over this period of a week.
Shorter if I could get to the freaking tower. But no,
True.
your mom has to talk to Dad. Weh.
Fucking... Oh, okay. So, a 4th level scroll in 70 costs 1200. So I guess you actually do want me to convert it down to SP then? Or up to GP?
Alright.
So it'd be 120?
I can't remember the maths I did to get like a 4th level scroll being 250 GP.
Alright, how about this? Fucking 4th is 250, 500, 5th is 400, and then let's see, 3rd would be 175, 2nd is probably 125, and then 1st is 100.
I mean, 100 sounds too expensive for a 1st level.
And you say that, but alright, 75, 50.
Sure, 75.
Alright. So, let's total list up here. So I have 75 times 4. Have 2 times 3 times 2 times 1. And then I get to do math.
Mm-hmm.
Plus
I'm sure I had a really good reason behind how the numbering worked out, and forgetting is now frustrating me.
Alright, so as scrolls, this spellbook would be worth 1975 GP. So Thyri will start Libid at, I don't know, 1800?
Sure, okay then. Now, you can generally utilize either of your charisma-based statistics, be it persuasion or deception, in order to try and push the value of this higher. It is a skill test as well as, like, going up against certain people. So first, we're going to find out how many people are interested. Give me 1d3 plus 2, please. That'll be how many
Alright.
people are bidding.
And before I end up going up against Benny. Alright.
You're going up against 5 people, so that's good. The more people there are, generally the higher you can hike.
Mm-hmm.
Now roll me 5d100. We'll just see how many people have an initial interest at the base.
5d100, you said?
Yes, please.
Alright. Oh!
Oh my god, there's someone who really wants this. Like, a whole fucking shit ton.
Alright.
They will immediately boost your starting bid to 2k.
Alright.
And now you may begin persuasion checks.
Alright, and I can't use, what's it called? Guidance, but...
Correct. They
Would you
know
like
if you're using
inspiration
guidance.
on it?
I will use my own inspiration. I don't want to deprive anybody else, for my random bullshit. Unless I could have, an assistant helping me, you know,
I can do that.
Yeah, lovely, scantily dressed sorceress.
A showgirl, you say?
God, that's a lot of coughing in the background. Did someone inhale their bong water?
Alright, so that makes
I
it a
don't think so.
25.
That is a 25. Alright, yeah, price hikes by... Jesus Christ, I rolled... Okay, so the price hikes by 75 immediately. 2 people are going to buy in. So 2075 to 150. You can try again. The DC has gone up.
5. Alright, to 150. Yeah, I'll fucking keep going. Here we go. Persuasion. No, just 17.
17. Alright then. Roll me 1d2. We'll see how many people... If there are 2 people left in the bidding, you can rise it again. No, okay, so you were beaten out at 200.
Okay, that's more than acceptable. Cool. I will...
And that's it, simply put. You just roll to see who's interested, set the DC, see if you get an increase, and then see how many people are left over afterwards.
Nice.
It's pretty good.
Alright, I will give Viv 100 of that for the assistance.
Awesome.
And then add 2100 to my inventory. And
Weigh
by
yourself down again.
Yeah, exactly. Once more, Thyri walks out of a building and just face plants under this giant...
Pockets weighed down by gold.
Fucking insert Wayne June quote here, so... That's...
Glittering gold balls.
In these quantities of gold, we're requiring more honestly getting bars of gold instead of coins.
Yeah, so that should be, what, 210 platinum? So...
Yeah, divide by 10.
Yes.
Okay. Alright, so now I can more seriously think about buying a...
Roll to lay someone after the bidding.
Do you want to... you try to, but someone's just like, I got bought out. He's just in a shit mood. He got outbid super hard.
Oh,
Poor guy.
I console him anyway.
Yeah.
There.
He will accept the pats on the back from a pretty lady. Console him with your penis.
Alright. So, now I have a couple other relatively small things I'd like to pursue before I commit to buying a giant magic laser sword for my daughter.
Sure. While you're doing that, hey, Stray, would you like to roll for the creation of magic boots?
Never. Okay. So we're just going to deal with this for like the upcoming week.
This will be for 2
Aside.
days because it gets a lot easier in the next, like, the remainder of the week when you're back in the tower. So generally, how successful your roll is when you're in the tower is also going to impact how many days fewer it will take you.
Okay,
So just this for the initial 2 days.
Okay, so I don't have advantage.
I mean, you have a
20
you have
and then
you have a wife who will help give you advantage.
Okay.
She's probably not going to be working with you full time, but she'll help. 20 is good. All right. Yeah. So you settle down and get to work on some sexy boots. You are now at 2 out of 7, and if you can roll like that again when you go to the tower, you can probably do it in a day or two.
Alright, I'll start taking off ingredients I'm using. I'm basically going to be using vials of strong cold blood, stuff like that, so.
Sure.
And doing, like, the infusion and stuff like that. So I'm just going to take off 1 vial per boot sounds fair.
Okay. Let's see here. Oh, I need to see how Titian's next day of gambling went. What is his
Oh God.
money right now?
Do I need to console him with my penis?
I mean, he's gone from basically having no money to 15 gold, which is actually a market thousands percentage increase to what he had before. If anyone would like to bankroll him, he's pretty confident in this whole gambling shtick.
Sure, I'll float Titian. What do I got here? I'll float
How
him
does
7
one-
platinum.
How does one even
70
gamble?
GP.
I'll throw
How
him
does
10
one
gold
gamble?
myself.
By throwing and 10 gold. All right, by going to a gambling table and succeeding at tests.
Cool.
Alright, Titian, you got this. Can Astra go with him? And no, actually, that would be cheating.
That would, yeah, you can't have a wing person giving you assistance during gambling. That is cheating.
Oh well.
Yeah, if anyone ever like stops by in the tavern, they can see that Titian's sat in he's returned to the exact same table he was at before, but there are more people waiting to play him now. Like there are extra drinks lined along it. He's dressed in I can't remember what clothing did you even buy him when you were in the.
I think he just had like a robe or something.
He just had a robe, so he's probably spent some of this money to actually dress nicely. How much is noble clothes?
10.
Yeah, all right. So yeah, he's dressed up real fucking fine now.
Nice.
And yeah, so he's dressed fine. There are drinks constantly lining the tables. Let's see how he does over the course of a day. 1, 2, 1, 2. Jesus. Okay, so moderate, high, crit, low.
It's real unfortunate that's the end, but oh well.
Let's see here. Sadly, yeah, his crit was on a moderate mark, and his loss was against a high mark.
Womp womp.
He comes out only 2 gold higher today.
Better than a loss.
Yeah, it's a profit.
It is a profit, and not to mention that this is him coming out at a 2 gold profit, and he's spending the entire day drinking and eating there, and he's got his night paid for in the tavern, so he's doing okay. This is also coming out of his actual costs over the day.
Alright, good boy. You got this.
God, it's like coughing.
Yep.
Sicky 6-6.
Nope.
Bong.
Yep.
Cool. He's coughing to get off, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So.
Yeah, so what is it you would like to do next, Savin?
Alright, this is gonna sound like a random series of events, but
Okay.
first I'm gonna go to the tavern, to Natalie, wherever I need to go to gather information, and I want to find out about a great beast. Specifically, a great beast that has lupine properties. And I will happily preface this with saying, do this after having dumped off all these great beast parts in the local shops and shit, and be like, we're gonna go fucking kill this thing, alright? It'll be great. We'll get rid of this horrible problem that plagues the lands. Tell us where the lupine great beast is.
Okay, a lupine great beast. I'm just going to drag you guys over to the world map. And you guys are here in the Freelands. Okay, so first of all, we need to find out if there is one in your vicinity. 3d100, please.
Alright. Come on, 70 hundreds. Alright, well,
Okay,
if you want high, you want
one.
low. I got you covered.
You got both. Alright, yeah, there is one vaguely close by. Let's see here. That's just whether they exist. You might not know if you just fluff all of these rolls. Can you give me some persuasion tests, please?
Alright. How many of them?
We'll start with an initial one, and we'll see how well it goes.
Alright, obviously, this time I will have someone assisting me, whether it's Astrid or another party member, so...
I'll be here.
Alright, there you go.
Yeah, Viv.
Got Viv.
I got good
Boom,
persuasion.
26.
Okay, cool. And one more test.
Alright. Fucking yeah, boy.
Okay, you know the location and you know its capabilities because it's already fought a group of people before and defeated them.
Excellent.
Dark Beast Parle.
Dark Beast Barrel.
Dark Beast Parle.
Alright, let's just make a Dark Beast Parle token. Wasn't gonna be, but now it is.
Yes.
Parle.
Storm Doggo.
Portal!
Alright, let's see. I want some cool Parle art. That's a nice one. That's good. Look at that. Could turn that bitch into a token.
Holy shit, nice.
Whoa.
Yeah, if it could just, like, be in this forest here right next to town, that'd be great.
It's actually gonna be in this little schmoosh down here.
Alright, fair enough.
Close
Whichever.
enough.
Wonderful. We might get him today.
Alright, yeah, okay.
Now, I also have
It's
an
only
important
2
question to ask. Have you used your fucking tower yet since getting it?
Nope.
Awesome.
Let's do that before we...
No, Theory has no intention of opening that until we get to, whatchamacallit, back to Overland Keep.
Awesome.
Why not test it before we get there, though?
I mean, if you actually say that, I think, like, Theory will
Yeah.
just, like, blink and be like, oh, I hadn't actually thought of that.
Yeah, I'll have said that, yeah.
Sure, I guess. Just in case it's a horrible trap or something.
Yeah, probably for the best.
Nah, monster hunting. Let's go.
I mean, yeah,
This will
we'll do
only
it
take us, like...
halfway between there and out of town, so, like, here.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gathering the whole gang.
Not yet. I have a couple other small steps to do before we go there.
Okay, what are these other steps?
Alright, I need a book. I need a book on werewolves.
A book on werewolves. Okay,
Ex-
I mean...
Specifically a study of werewolves, like, tell me about their anatomy.
That's going to be hard to come by.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking here in the Freelands, because if anyone's gonna know,
Oh, I
it's
can tell
gonna
you
be
all about the
these
werewolf
weird-
anatomy.
Well, I mean, I'd like to know more than about them than their dick size. So
Like, I mean, you're also quite intimate with that, frankly.
yeah, I mean, exactly. I don't want to
Well,
necessarily
not
just
Dark
like
Beast Parle.
dissect my husband.
I mean,
so-
maybe I know something anyway.
That's true. Maybe
Uh,
Viv can give advantage on finding the information I need.
Sure. Well, she can cancel out disadvantage. Give me a
Alright.
persuasion test.
All right. Can I guidance this?
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Not that I fucking need to, because I'm goddamn magic. Yeah, there you go. 20
All right, so you cleared 20. Okay, so it's not so much a book as there is probably like a study journal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're not going to get full in-depth stuff. Like, no one's doing vivisections, but there is certainly a
Right.
dissection.
Okay. Yeah, I would like to purchase that.
All right, sure thing. Let's see here. You would like to purchase it as opposed to just read it. No, this isn't a library, essentially. Like, it is a works library in probably one of the guild rooms.
I guess, like, how much would a book like this cost?
Like a couple hundred.
Uh,
You could instead
I'll
just
steal
read
it.
it.
no, it's okay. I'll just. Mm.
I mean,
So a
I'll
couple
buy
hundred
it.
would just be 20 platinum, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'll just buy it. That's fine.
Okay. All
Alright.
right. If you're sure.
I am sure. I
thing.
need this for things. Alright, so. Werewolf Study Journal. And then Thyri collapses under her own weight again. How much does a book weigh? Shit. This is fucking dumb. I hate D&D.
How big is the book? I mean, my god.
It's a study journal, so it's probably like at best a pound.
Okay, good. Because if it weighs as much as like a normal book, I'm just gonna fucking face
No.
plant.
No.
All right, I got like a quarter of a pound left to work with, guys. We're fine.
A quarter of a pound. You need to just drop off your inventory with somebody else.
How
Yeah,
much
but
shit
I
do you
need all this
carry?
shit.
Is it just purely in money that you're
It's
oh,
purely
yeah,
in
that's
money.
550 platinum.
550
Yeah, it's the
platinum. I'm
huge
just
influx
dragging
You
Right.
are
of
being
money
weighed.
we've got.
You are weighed down with Scrooge McDuck cash.
Scrooge McDuck cash.
Yep. See, this is why we need paper money, so I can actually walk at a decent pace again.
Just have a briefcase filled with stacks.
Yeah,
Fat
Need a
exactly.
stacks.
I
central
just need,
banking
like,
system.
literal bonds in some trading company I can just carry around. Anyway, okay, so I got that. The third and probably final thing I need for right now is I need some sort of journal or alchemical guide or something about synthesis.
Synthesis in what context? Just what is synthesis? How it work, or what?
You know what? No, I'm gonna go to Jeanette actually, like first of all, and be like, Jeanette, hey, could you help me out with a project?
You find Jeanette under her wife, and not in a sexual way. It's pretty great. They
Okay.
appear to be cuddling.
Aw, you two are so cute.
What? What do you want? What?
Huh? What? I was hoping you could help me with a
yelled my name.
project.
Depends on what. I'm not great at cooking.
No, how to put this? You've worked on creating new races before, right?
All the time.
Do you have any notes you've compiled on it? Combining
I-
different species together.
There's my journal and then there's Dad's journal. Dad's journal has more stuff on it. He's created more than I have. You probably want to read through that. Though you can read through my journal if you want.
I'd rather read through your journal.
Okay. I will toss you my journal.
Alright.
The front page is you like open the front page and it's all literally like Kalar's name just written over and over, but with like hearts and stuff.
Aw.
And also like a sketch of her, but because Jeanette's very technical, it's like if an architect tried to draw a person.
Oh, this is that Da Vinci shit.
Alright. Excellent. So I will go through Jeanette's journal and I will copy out into my ritual book all the material she's researched about combining different species.
Sure thing.
And if you haven't figured out where this is going yet, oh boy, we're about to have some fun, ladies and gentlemen.
Sure. Hey, say, Jeanette, would you like make an intelligence test to try and figure out the ins and outs of what this experiment might be?
Sure.
Seems fair, wouldn't you say, Savin?
Sure.
I am far too distracted by my wife.
Okay. My wife.
All right.
Your wife is
Listen.
very pretty.
She is.
That expensive horn oil won't apply itself.
All right.
Lacquer up my horns.
So
I
once
lit-
I have the notes of the Freeland's foremost scientific mind copied into my journal,
Sure.
Alright, I'm going to gather the party, and I'm going to suggest that we venture forth, because I've discovered something that I need quite desperately.
What? I
Okay.
have.
Okay, don't worry, we can... It's just right outside town, it'll just take a day. There's
So-
a great beast in the woods just outside town, and we could benefit the whole city by taking it out.
And also, they're good eating.
Not
That
that I'm
is true.
against it, but what's gotten you into wanting to do this so much?
Look, trust me when I say it's important. I can't tell you the specifics.
Oh, right, Thyri. Here. I'll hand you a box.
Huh?
Your mom told me to give it to you.
What? What's
Yeah,
my... Where did you see my mother?
she's at tower right now, talking to Dad.
And Thyri goes running to the tower.
Thyri, tower doesn't like visitors. It's very important. Tower might just plain kill you.
Thyri is running to tower.
Alright, well then if she's doing that, I will run after her and presumably be a little bit quicker since I can do the double dashing with the cunning action.
Also,
Stop
Theory's
her after
weighed
hearing
down
that.
by like 1,000,000 pounds of screeching duck money.
She's like running, trying to run up. She's getting puffed out because it's like a legitimate like. I'll just show you this again. Like the run up there, they're basically, if I show you on this map, like you've got to go out of the town and up here and through this, and then down into a crater and then up into a tower. Like it's a hell of a run. It's a good like half an hour journey,
But
like at a casually decent pace.
you have triggered Theory's autism, so we must pursue this until you beat it out of her.
Don't worry,
so.
I went to go and stop her.
I'm just going to turn to Kalara. Why does no one listen to me when I tell them about tower?
Because it sounds crazy, dear. I know. It's just the perception.
Well, I really like Thyri. It's too bad Tower's gonna kill her now.
Hey, I'm going to stop her. I'm faster than her. I can get there way
So yeah,
before she
you
does.
catch up like 3 seconds later.
Yeah, she's not quick.
Fuck! Why is this bag so heavy? God.
Alright, Theory, you need to stop for a second.
Rate of capitalism. Crushing the working
Je-
class.
Jeanette has just told us tower may just kill you if you just go up to it.
It's a tower. What can it do?
I don't know, but
Drop
it's
a brick
Jeanette.
on me?
It can
do you
do
want-
too
do
much.
What does that
Do you
even
want-
mean?
Do you really want to test out when it's something like Jeanette? You've seen how crazy stuff she has. What's to say her home's not like that?
But
Let me tell you something right now. Last time I walked in there, Jeanette's dad was a cat.
Are you here? What's wrong? Did you run after us?
She's been with Theory while she's been
20 feet I got before you caught up to me.
Yeah, it doesn't take long. And she has actually been in Theory's company for most of the day, so she's probably quite nearby.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Her dad was a cat?
Yeah. Everything was weird in that tower.
You mean like a feline tiefling? A Rakasa?
Nope. I mean straight up a cat.
Wait. The
You
same
mean
dad
a
that-
wait,
cat
no.
like this? And Theory will like make her hands like the size of a cat, a house cat.
Yeah. Yes.
What in God's name?
Yes. Yeah, I know.
You see my point when I
I'm
tell
not
you
going
that's
back there.
crazy?
I'd rather you didn't either.
But my mother is in there, the bane of this entire land. This is the first chance we've had to stop her since the wedding.
Then we can catch her coming out of the tower then.
Mm-hmm. Theory will just grunt in frustration and like pull on her hair.
There'll be more chances. That there
Yes.
can be assured of. But if what Jeanette said is true about her home, then I'd rather not risk using
Let's
you
not force
for
our
this.
way in there.
Hey, Benny,
Yes, Jeanette?
can you do me a favor?
Why, of course.
Can you yell at my dumb friend not to go into tower? She's not listening to me. People tend to listen to you.
Well, of course, I'd be happy to stop her from becoming exploded into small particles. I'll be right back, and he will head out. There's probably still just a Saoirse like riding in his beard.
Oh yeah.
She's going for a mustache ride, is she?
This is a mustache ride. I mean, he's got he has like his. If anyone had handlebar mustaches, that's a handlebar right there.
That sure is.
She's just hanging from his mustache.
Whee!
Yeah. He'll head on out and like, oh goodness, now I'll have to catch up to. Oh, you're like halfway down the road. Very well, and he'll like jog on over. Excuse me, miss.
Hold on, let me just catch my breath. Oh god, so weak.
He'll pat you on the back reassuringly with like just fucking big muscly hands.
Oh, you're Benny, right?
Why, yes, I am. I am Benjamin Davian, friend to all, and mostly to you. Which is why I would appreciate you not running off to the tower and explodiating into a tiny, tiny particles.
But I need to get
See,
in there.
even the locals are saying it.
Of course. Which you need to go in there. That's a very dangerous concept. No one needs to go in there, except for possibly Jeanette, and she's a special kind of crazy, but damn, I love her.
No, but I actually need to go in there.
Okay, have you tried waiting?
No, it's time sensitive.
Have you tried asking Jeanette to take you?
Jeanette!
Come now, we're in the middle of the street, don't be rude. He will indicate back into the shop.
Grumble, grumble. She'll just drag her giant loot sack back in town, then like
Would
halfway
you like
there
me to
she'll
take
just...
care of that for you?
No, hold on. Astra, could you just take this to Nets? Thank you. Ugh.
Thump.
Oh god.
She'll look down at the huge sack of money, tail wag. I would love to take care of your money.
And then I will suggest to Astra to take that to
Do you know
Jeanette.
what would be really fun? Is spending this on a sunblade.
Let's not.
Ah, let's do it. It's
She
happening.
She looks at you, goes, "You've handed me a lot of money. Can I get the sword?
Not yet.
The big glowy sword that slays undead and shoots daylight out of it."
Yeah,
Sounds
sure.
right
go,
up Hagen's
go ahead.
alley.
Go ahead.
Woohoo! She runs off to the
Pat her on the
blacksmith with a ridiculous quantity of your Drew Gold in her hands. She will go off and buy a sunblade.
I want a receipt.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah, feel free to take the money out and add a
39,
sunblade.
390 platinum.
Yep.
So /R5.
It's actually in the compendium, so you can just add it to a character sheet. You can drag that in.
Sure can.
How can you tell if you're encumbered?
It
Your
will tell
character
you
sheet
in
will
big
say
red
in large
letters that say you're encumbered.
And
Where
by
will
how
it
much
say
as
that?
well?
Right below your weight thing on your sheet,
Okay.
right below your money.
Apparently, I'm okay. I don't know.
You're
There's no
really
big
strong. Let's see
Well,
here.
that's
If I wanted to try and encumber you, let's just throw 2,000 copper in. And nope, still not encumbered. Let's go with 99999. Okay, now you're
Ah.
over your carrying capacity. See
Oh,
what we're talking
I
about.
see. So that's when it will say.
You're just jacked.
Oh, yes, I'm just jacked.
I don't bother keeping track because I have a bag of holding.
Yeah.
That
Nope.
does
Still
radiant
no.
damage, though. Yeah, you
It
are
does-
fucking jacked.
It does full radiant.
Let me just open this up and make sure I got everything correct. So it's got a...
Also, I recommend just untacking the secondary damage. Like, I just tick it
Yeah,
on if I need to.
I did. I just was seeing what happened if I push the button.
Fair, fair.
So it does 1d8 radiant. It has finesse. Yeah. Okay, and then I will add on extra.
Might even have its undead damage lined out. Oh no, it probably has a description. You'll have
There
to
we
put it
go.
in notes otherwise. Yeah. Excellent.
Alright. Astra now is the proud owner of a lightsaber and +1 leather armor. Good girl.
She is so excited.
Just running around inside
Swoosh,
Natalie's house with
swoosh.
a lightsaber. She's totally making the sounds with her mouth.
She's
too.
making sound effects, yeah.
Alright. Good girl. Happy birthday.
Woo!
More like conception day, but
She'll be entertaining Henry.
excellent. Just don't cut his fingers off, please.
Hey, he's a smart guy now. And he's so cute. But yes, you're
Grow
all
some-
escorted back into the shop.
Jeanette, can you take me to your house?
Okay, so normally I'd be all about it, but Dad said that I'm not allowed to go back for the next couple days, and if I'm not allowed in, it's very, very true that you won't be allowed in, or you'll be allowed in and then Tower will kill you. So we can wait after 2 days and then go in.
Thyri will do some mental gymnastics for a moment.
Yeah, you would be
Okay.
able to do your Great Beast journey and return in 2 days.
Okay, fuck it. Everyone, we're gonna go kill a great beast. Get your shit.
I wanted to
Well,
make some.
Thyri will just like
coffee.
grab Anna, like the front of Anna's shirt, and pull her close and say, "We're
Ah,
gonna go kill a great beast, Anna."
But I'm making
Squiggles will give you a squeak that insinuates that she would like to eat Great Beast again.
I'm making
okay.
boots of the Winterlands for Cynthia right now. I can't leave, otherwise it won't be done by the time we have to leave. The second time.
No, it will be, because you'll get days off for working in the tower. In fact, you'll probably be able to just turn it into a week anyway by doing your work remainder in the tower. I think.
But
I can't remember
just
This is important, and it will be great. I promise.
but I
Do you
literally
try and use a key phrase like science?
I literally
Yes.
just got home.
But Jeanette, no one has ever seen this beast before. You could be the first to research it and study it like a monster scientist.
You know, it's really not fair to use that against me.
And yet,
Kalar, she's being mean.
She'll pat you on the head. Okay. If you're going to go fight a Great Beast, please be careful.
But I've been gone for fine.
it'll
Look,
just be
I'll
a
still
day.
be here, and I'll get some very nice lingerie.
Fine.
She will admit that she knows the Great Beast that's being talked about, and a group of adventurers have gone out and kind of gotten wrecked, but also none of them are as powerful as your group. She's very confident in that fact. Because she did insight tests on basically all of you when you first came in.
That's not how insight works. But okay.
Yeah, it's not really
No,
how it works.
insight is not like a power level scanner, but if you insight a whole bunch of people that come in, you get a pretty good idea of just how capable a group is or seems to be. And what she saw when she incited all of you was a group of crazy adventurers, which must mean they're really strong.
Well,
Try and argue with my infallible logic.
I had
We were
planned-
exactly this crazy at level 1 or level 3.
I had planned on not being outside of arm's length for the. But okay, fine. Let's at least grab some stuff from the shop before we go.
Yes, if you
Sure,
need
what would you
healing
like?
potions or anything, that's fine. I can maybe even help pay for some of it. But
No, we've got some stuff lying around. Remember, you're in my town now.
I got you for 3
Kalara?
minutes.
Kalara,
Yes,
where
Dad?
did we leave all of that bundle of magic arrows that didn't sell? Where'd that go? I made it like 2 years ago, I think. It's one of the first
Didn't
things.
those make really funny noises?
No, they made
Pretty sure they made ridiculous
Awesome
noises, which is why I
noises.
couldn't sell them.
awesome noises.
Alright, I've got a whole bunch of shit back home that didn't sell. I'll go see about fetching some of it.
Come with.
Sure. There is indeed a quiver of +1 arrows. However, when they hit the target, they make a fart noise.
Yeah,
It
see?
infuriates intelligent humanoids struck so that they will attack the shooter.
I know we had a big box of TFs, but I'm not sure if that'll help.
Probably not. And honestly, some of those have gone off by this point. Or sold, actually, quite well.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well, that's good. Because I know Dad bought us a pretty nice house, but it was really unfurnished. So, at least we'll be able to buy some furniture other than, the bed. To be fair, it's a really nice bed. All right, since we're
Yeah.
gonna go. And
One moment. Thyri, Kalara would like to try and step aside and have a moment's talk with you.
Okay. Like, she probably finds Thyri, like, right outside, dusting off the horses and getting them ready to go.
Yeah, she's going to approach and casually throw an arm around your shoulder.
Ah! Oh.
Miss
hi.
Thyri, I can't help but notice you seem to be in an awfully terrible rush for a beast that's still going to be there in a few days' time.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
It might leave, and I need it for things.
Would you be willing to say what things, my dear? It's rather a concern.
No. But it won't hurt anybody.
Really now?
Yeah.
She'll stare levelly and attempt an insight on you.
Okay.
Crit.
ha!
I mean, Thyri's not lying. She doesn't.
She isn't lying, it's true, but would you like to feed her some information? Because she's going to glean more than exactly what the questioner was answering out of you.
So I'm pretty sure she can, from what she's already seen, she can piece together that Thyri wants to do some sort of transformation based on this horrible great beast.
Okay.
Aw, Thyri, you want to become
I
a
mean,
dog girl?
Yeah, she can smell the tiefling on her, and also just throwing her arms around Thyri's shoulder so she can actually feel that it's a disguise.
Yes, yeah. Or she throws it
does, in
around what
fact,
looks
know.
like her shoulder, which is actually just like grabbing Thyri's real tit.
Like, well, no, because she's not going around the shoulder from the front. That would be really weird. No, she's probably at like shoulder blade, I suppose, like below that where it meets arm.
Yeah.
And she will, for your favor, not readjust her grip so that it's on your real shoulders, which would be floating somewhere mysteriously midair.
Yeah.
Okay, then. Now, I just want you to be aware that I care an awful lot for Jeanette, and she has been gone a long time. If she gets hurt just because you would really like to create something fantastically magical, I will find a way to destroy you. I'm glad that she's come back, and I know that she's not staying for long.
Okay. Jeanette'll be fine. We've killed way worse things.
I've seen the parts, so yes, I am of an understanding as such, but bad things can happen.
Look,
Trying to get a big head about the whole ordeal.
I'm our group's healer. I will not leave Jeanette's side, if that's what you want.
I would appreciate that. Also, another point, dear. Why hide the whole tiefling thing? Very insulting.
What?
My arm is around your back.
There's just like shifty eye and then sigh. And sort of stand up a little straighter, at her
Are you
full.
a
Like,
runaway slave, perhaps?
no, I'm a Jarl's wife.
Then why would you hide it?
Because I don't like all the looks people give me.
Look,
I mean,
sometimes accepting a lot of looks is the price that has to be paid. You're married to an important and special person, someone who could demand respect if you were ever to be treated poorly. That kind of thing is very good for our reputation, to see that respected people love and care for us. Seems kind of a shame to hide that, don't you think?
Oh. But I don't want people to think worse of my husband for... But I am.
Oh, please, he's a Jarl. He's a big tough boy. And that girl is your daughter, yes? They're going to know anyway, if that's the case.
Mm.
It would be better that it would be known that she was a Jarl's child than just some mysterious werewolf's bastard cat.
Come to think of it, I don't think I've ever gotten a good look at your tiefling form.
Nobody has. Well, no, actually,
No.
you were at
I
the
have.
wedding.
You were at the wedding, so
Oh
you
yeah,
saw her.
that's right.
I was literally at the birth of your child.
Yeah, you got to see a bit too
Jeanette
much, if
is the
anything.
first person who
you got
had,
to see Tiefling Afterbirth. That's too
Well,
intimate of a vision.
Well, no, technically, Saoirse was the only one who ever was the first one who saw her because she got dispel magic and she hid in a bush. The
That's
only
right.
one who
Saoirse
passed
was the only
Saoirse.
one there. Yeah, everyone else
Saoirse-
failed that test.
Yeah, and Saoirse told her mom, and Jeanette just thought it was an incredibly boring piece of information.
Mm.
So I'll just copy, paste in and out of character what Mrizendi said. Which is, if I presented myself as a Tiefling, who'd even believe me? And even if they did, they'd probably hate me even more.
I mean, I can see the argument there, of course, but a little bit of distaste from people instead of hiding them seems like a small price to pay for the reality that you're married to a respectable person. And sure, you can't prove it, but I mean, you should know what happens to people who lie about being blood bonded. You wouldn't be crazy enough to lie about being married to a Jarl or something entirely different.
Also, like, there is like the Pony Express here. It seems like one of the more powerful Jarls marrying a thief about it.
It's not like at the same time news doesn't travel especially fast because it has to travel with merchants.
I guess.
Yeah.
But El Ransoon and his big mouth. I want to see El Ransoon again. He was a good dude.
Yeah.
El Ransoon's good. Where is he on the map right now? Let me double check on the GM now.
I think Kalara should make a persuade check against Thyri's neurosis saving throw.
Sure.
See what?
I will add that what she's trying to do is alter one of your ideals, but it's not like she can do that in one hit. But if you want to measure it in such a way, let's see here. Charisma is banging. Her persuasion is expertise.
Yeah. Let's see what.
11. Jeez. There you go. Wow, I lowballed it
All right.
again.
Well, I'm just gonna have Thyri roll wisdom. I guess
Wisdom?
that's being
Yeah.
bullheaded. Fuck.
Okay, so I mean, not only did I not beat you by a massive number, I can't change someone's ideals in
Yeah.
a day. No one's ideals change in a day, but
It's
she's giving you
planted the
something to
seed of
think
doubt.
about. Yeah, she's giving you something to think about.
Yeah. All right. I
The
think
delusion has been broken a little bit.
a little bit.
Yeah, like she would like tieflings to be more respected and finds that it's kind of insulting that someone who is married to like a really quite high opinioned person would still feel the need to hide this fact just because they're afraid of weird looks. Like to her that is kind of insulting. I mean, like she's treated really well because she's married to a Hauptmann and no one would dare cross a fucking Hauptmann in this town. That's scary as shit.
Yeah,
but
I
her
understand
res- her
exactly where she's coming from. It's just
Yeah,
Thyri's fucking a ball of neurosis and phobias.
I used to travel along with my werewolf boyfriend, but
I have
yeah,
never
it's easy
crawled
when they're there
across-
next to you the whole time.
Yeah,
I've
if the
never
Jarl was
crawled across
adventuring
the
with
table
us, Thyri'd have less of a
and-
problem inherently, but,
Listen,
Hi, dog,
Jeanette
why are you
has
barking at
never,
me?
Jeanette
you
never crawled
barking at
across
me?
the table and tried to gouge out the eyes of someone who gave a Kalara a dirty look with a rusty spoon. Never happened.
Never happened. And also they are on the map right now. This is where Al Ransoon is traveling. He's about to pass up into the Druid's Grove, which is still growing.
Neat.
It is actually a new point of trade. I just want you to be aware that information does indeed travel with merchants. There are more than others, but El Ransoon is the best place to make it happen.
Yeah.
And also, if he ever travels through a place that's, I don't know, growing or in need of supplies, that will have an effect. This will be the first time he passes through the Druid's Grove in the middle of its development, so it's going to go up a stage.
Man, El Ransoon is the literal best NPC.
He's a great dude.
Yeah,
And I
like
mean,
him.
like Theory's mum wants to put more El Ransoons out there, like a more now Trader Forge, I suppose, like going to places where they can go and improve the living state of everyone they pass through, like El Ransoon does by default for Stronghold, there, and there, and there. Up
I
to
mean, if
there
she
and there.
didn't, if she didn't want to be put in a
Okay, just
position
a
of
second.
power herself, I'd be a little more trusting of her.
If only she wasn't the most boring revolutionary of all time.
All she wants is equality and an access to the global stage of politics. That's not as fun as science lasers. It's really boring in comparison.
I just don't want people to be made slaves. That's the only reason I don't completely agree with her.
Yeah, it's a weird place as a GM to be like, I actually really like what my bad guy stands for. I really do a whole lot like what my bad guy stands for.
I like it too. I just don't want any people being made slave. That's the only problem I have with her.
Exactly.
Like out of character, this is pretty much my favorite villain.
I'm glad to hear it.
I really like sympathetic villains.
Yeah, she's a
Especially
sympathetic
when-
villain whose just dogma just goes a step too far. But guess what? Because Thyri passed some tests against her, although she didn't change her ideals, she has likewise put those alterations in her mind.
Especially when her ideals are just a step south and to the side of Jeanette's. Because no one's ever asked Jeanette why she wants to build a new world.
I don't think we know you do.
I have very much gone on a rant about.
It's been ranted a
things-
few times.
Let me rephrase that. I don't think anyone actually paid attention to what Jeanette rambles on about.
I mean,
That's important for wisdom saves, it's true.
I mean, Viv just kind of tunes out her crazy.
Yeah.
feedback.
That's why no one even batted an eye when you just scooped up a corpse and put in your bag of holding. It was just like, it's Jeanette.
That was
doing
probably
Jeanette
important.
things.
Maybe she'll do a science edit.
Anyway, yeah, like, I think it gives something for Thyri to think about what Kalara said, but at the same time, like, boy, that
she's
goes
not gonna
against...
fix. Yeah, she's not gonna fix your neuroses. But at the very on the opposite side, she has given you an outsider's view of how a high-placed tiefling still feels that they should be hiding themselves, just because they're a bit afraid of weird lurks. Like,
Yeah, like, I shouldn't be trying to put on light face. It's fine.
Yeah.
But also, like...
asking Massa for a soft shoe.
that sort of flies in the face of what Thyri's about to try and do, which is fucking insanity, but...
Yeah, I can't wait for that.
Oh boy. So I'm sure everyone's realized what I'm actually going to do.
I've
I
got an
so,
idea,
yeah.
but I don't think I've nailed down a specific. If it's just so you're aware, if it's something that I'm gonna have to do some GM work for in the background, please do let me know. I won't pass it along, obviously, but if it's something that I would benefit from knowing so that I can have things prepped, I would like to know.
Probably.
That's the same warning that Kina got. Like, Kina has full view to do anything insane with Anna that he wants. However, if I need to do any prep as a result of it, I would like to know in advance.
Yee. But first, we need to go murder a great beast so I can get all the parts I need for things.
Yeah, Theory Prime. She's gonna make She's gonna make a communist slaying suit out of Great Beast pieces.
Yep, that is exactly what I'm going to do.
See, I feel
Dogbot
like
5000.
like you're gonna use that to become like a werewolf yourself, or you're gonna become like a dog girl or something like that.
Mm.
Sure. You have something to ask Benny out of Kalara's earshot? Sure. I mean, Kalara goes to go speak to Theory, which is outside, so you would have a moment with Benny.
So, Benny, old pal,
Yes,
old
Jeanette.
friend, my literal oldest friend on this world. So, while I was gone, did anyone do anything bad to Kalara? I need to know for reasons.
He's gonna try an insight. He's been around you for a while. Alright, he knows why. But at the same time, he'll pause and go, done anything to her? Why, of course not, Jeanette. Everyone loves Kalara. And please, if they wanted to give her trouble, they would have to come here and mess with me. And then he does the, you know when someone steeples their fingers, but that you can hear every knuckle crack and pop.
He just basically does the flex thing and a bunch of roses appear behind him.
Yeah. And then he offers you a gulp from his pony keg. No, he insists that she's well treated and no one's given her any shit. They'd have to be crazy to do so.
Okay. You'd tell me if they did, right?
Of course, or I would bust their skulls myself.
Alright.
And then he'll clap you on the head a few times. You worry far too much, Jeanette. Everyone's friends here.
I mean, you say that.
Well, of course, some people are assholes. However, they do not bother us here. And she does good work. Some of those creations that are selling to some of your companions were by our own hand.
Well, I mean, when our relationship began, I did have to reinforce the whole don't mess with people the Hauptmanns are invested with.
Yes,
I
I
still-
remember the gouging incident.
Listen, I was justified. The only
You
thing
were
I feel,
also quite drunk, but yes.
and I was very boring back then as well.
I can't remember. Was that before or after the growing of the penis?
Before.
Yes. Agreed.
Okay. Well, do you know anything about this great beast that I should be aware of? I know that you tried to keep track of things as the guardian of the Mages Guild. Did that not go through?
Sorry, no, I got a thing. What was that?
Do you know anything about this great beast that we're hunting down? I know you keep track of things as a guardian of the Mages Guild.
True. Of course, the great beast itself, when it proved not to have an interest in approaching the town proper, was less of a concern. I do know an adventuring group went out there and no one returned, summarily destroyed.
So no specifics about the beast itself then.
I know that it is a great, almost wolf-like beast of skeletal features and scraggly fur, and it shoots lightning out of its eyes and shit.
Huh, that sounds remarkably similar to Tam, except Tam shoots fire out of his mouth. Because of Anna!
Of course.
He's not skeletal.
He
I
used to be.
mean, have you seen his features? He's pretty radical. Like, half of his limbs are like bones bolted onto him that have melded into actual flesh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, alright, thanks, Benny. And
I
also,
love the moor on this thing. That fucking Hellmoor is so
Oh, yeah.
cool.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
Also, thanks for dragging Thyri back. I keep warning people not to go to Tower when Tower doesn't want people. I put up signs.
I know, but at the same time, it's kind of... Tower is unique, and no one is used to a building being capable of sentiently defending itself against people that it thinks are kind of annoying.
Yeah, well, if you remember that last time the Lord got annoyed and then he hired like a little private mercenary army and then he led them to Tower and then everyone heard was screams. You'd think that information would actually be passed around.
This is true, but also at the same time, all there was screaming and no survivors, so there was no evidence to come back to say anything to the contrary.
Okay, well, thanks, Benny.
You're very welcome, Jeanette, and
Oh,
please do
hey.
be safe out there, will you? Here, in fact, take this, and he will rummage into one of his sleeves and hand you a potion of superior healing.
Oh, cool. I can use this. Is there anything you want while I'm out there? I know that you don't generally range outside of the city, but I'd be willing to pick up anything that you need.
I don't think you're going past a pastry shop or any kind of brewery, so I think I'm fine.
I mean, fair enough. Thanks, Benny.
If you do, however, of course I would love some kind of nice growler. And a bear claw.
I was literally about to make a bear claw joke.
Of course.
Mm,
And he will smirk through his moustache.
You know, I've only ever seen you shift up once.
Well, that's because I become very big, hit my head on things, and become very wide. Also, I'm already very strong.
That makes a lot of sense.
Also, you know, if you get stuck like that for too long, then you get stuck like that. And I quite like having the humanoid features for getting around from day to day.
I imagine it'd be very hard to drink beer with a muzzle.
Exactly. And that also
Oh.
gets very much in the way.
And, like, when you take a bath, you know how long it would take to shampoo and condition all of the hair on your body? Jesus Christ.
It
What
would take a
would you say?
long time. Of course, poor Artificer Jesus Christ.
Yeah, too bad he exploded.
Yes, but he died to warn us about the dangers of black powder.
Well, don't fondle around with things that you can't totally understand. Unless you do, like me. In which case it's great. You have to be me to do that. Or Dad.
Very true. How is he doing? I hear he's back.
Yeah, he's a cat now. I woke up and he's this thing called a crocodile. It's like a big lizard.
Can't say I've ever heard of it.
Yeah, I really have no idea. My daughter knows of it, but she just knows the name.
I know lots of names, but I don't know what they are.
Yeah, ancestral memories of the Fae and such.
Yeah,
Well-
I guess sometimes I just know stuff, because I know stuff.
Because you're the literal best.
Yeah. And she'll do an aerial loop-de-loop and sprinkle glitter everywhere.
Alright, well, thanks for all your help, Benny.
My
see
pleasure,
you-
Jeanette.
I think I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.
Shouldn't be too far away. Just to a small copse of foresty trees.
Just a little bit of hunting. Should be fine.
Remember, if you see lightning, jump. Really high up, because it will still arc through your feet otherwise.
Ah, makes sense. And I have this robe now that lets me see everywhere. I can literally see behind me. Hi, Tam.
That is quite convenient. Mark.
Oh, man. I can send Tam after him. Oh, my God. This is going to be so good. All right, let's go. Where'd Thyri go? Where's my wife?
Your wife will step back in.
Who am I?
Hello, dear. I was just speaking to your little theory friend.
Oh,
Can
okay.
you buy potions of lightning resistance here? Less potion, probably a scroll of, like, you know how you would have the classic 15 radius?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get something like that.
Alright, how many monies?
Level 2 scroll... Let's just say 100 gold.
Alright, and that's, again, just one person effect, or is that anyone in the
15
AoE?
radius. Everyone who's in it.
Excellent.
I always liked that as a classic thing out of older D&D, the idea of like, hey, I got a protection scroll. It's like, great, one person is safe against this attack. Like, no, it's a radius. What? How did you do that? Don't worry, it's only a level higher. You're like, it's useful! Yay!
And Seership can cast energy resistance on people that, like, is it like an area of effect, or does it have like a specific amount of people it can affect? Is my question.
Anyone you can fit in a 15-foot radius.
I mean, I guess, do you have to stay
So
in
if
the
you get-
15 foot, or is it just...
No, that's just when you cast it. That's the area of selecting targets.
I see. Okay, excellent.
So, rules question.
Sure.
When you get like say you get like a tiefling gets a magic item that gives them resistance to fire, since they're already fire resistant according to the rules, they have like fire immunity, right?
No. I don't think
That's-
that's how
Nope.
that works.
Really?
No, that's just never been
It
a
doesn't
thing.
stack like that?
No.
So I can't cast energy resistance on someone who's already has resistance to like electric damage or
I
lightning damage, and
don't
then make
think
them
you
immune.
No, and if anything, if
Oh.
it were in the case of like, you know, I can see an argument for it for a racial versus a spell, but also if it's spell on spell, then it's just whichever has the longest duration would become the one that's active.
Oh, okay. Well,
If you had two racial resistances to fire, I could see an argument for immunity, but otherwise, no.
okay. Okay.
Not reduced by 3 gold. Yeah, okay, yeah, so yeah, naturally resistance does not stack. If you tried to use it on someone who already had the spell, then it would just be whichever duration is longer. The scroll is lightning resistance, 10 minutes, costs 100 gold.
Okay.
Since this thing is Dark Beast Parl, is it undead?
It has been described to you as a skeletal-looking lupine beast of scraggled fur and shoots lightning. That's what you know about it. But its actual, like, racial statistics are probably an unknown.
Excellent. Alright, good thing we have the Sunblade.
Hey, Savin, real
Yeah.
quick. Druids can basically choose like just a bunch of spells from their list, right? That's
Mhm.
what they do.
Up to their
Yeah.
spells known maximum.
Yeah. What spell should I take other than Hold Person? Because it's been literal garbage for me.
Yeah, Hold Person's kind of ass. Let me pop up in the spellbook here. By class, Druid, and you want level 2 spells?
Yeah. I have Flaming Sphere and Enhance Ability right now. And
I mean, let's be
Hold
honest,
Person,
Flame
but-
Sphere is pretty good. I imagine you don't want her to go into melee, so Flame Blade wouldn't help.
Lesser
No,
Resto is good.
Yeah, Lesser
Moonbeam is
Restoration's
good.
Moonbeam, absolutely have Saoirse prep Moonbeam for this. That would be fantastic.
yeah, and Jeanette has lesser restoration, so Saoirse
Okay.
doesn't need it.
So yeah.
But yeah, Moonbeam is a slightly more like a directly harming version of a sphere ability, and it is radiant damage.
Mm-hmm. And it does bonus damage to shapeshifters of any kind, so particularly useful in this setting.
It is very useful in this setting, yes.
Oh my.
Yeah, I believe you gave it to Titian, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a good power.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
is a
because-
good pal, Aden.
Yeah, well, because Titian is the literal best paladin type. The Ancients is just so good. At like level 8, you get resistance to all magical damage. Every single magical damage, you just have straight up resistance to, and you cast an aura of 10 feet that gives other people that resistance.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Oath of Ancients is pretty fucking sweet.
It's really neat. Let's see here. I mean, the other classic useful one is like bark skin, not bark spin.
It's really not that good in this edition.
Is it not as good in this?
No,
I
heat
mean,
metal
their
might
AC,
be good.
their AC can't be less than 16 regardless of armor. That's incredible for people like Anna who has 9
Yeah.
or some shit, like 10. It's 6 AC
That's it.
for an hour.
Can you put that on other people, though? Oh,
You
yeah,
touch
you
a
can.
willing
Okay.
creature.
Then yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Barkskin is a good choice for this group because we have so many
What
squishies.
level?
Second.
2.
So that sounds a lot better than enhanceability. Enhanceability is kind of garbage.
Yeah.
Is enhanceability concentration?
Mm-hmm.
It is also. Yeah, no, Buckskin would be the one to want to make sure that Anna has 16 AC instead of 10.
Well, I usually give Anna Shield of Faith,
Is that only 14?
but that only adds 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
12 even,
Barkskin's
yeah.
way better.
Barkskin.
I'll have you
Barkskin
know
is
my
amazing.
AC is 13 because I have mage armor.
Oh, well, then it's only 1 point better for Anna. It'd be
But
great
Barkskin
for
is an extra
Thyri
3.
or what's her butt, Cynthia.
That's true. And Cynthia's got a decent
Yeah.
dex. I think she's 13
I've-
AC.
Yeah, I've normally got 13, regardless if I'm not wearing armor.
I've been SOFing Astra because she's been going into melee.
And
Yeah.
believe me, that ain't stopping now.
Indeed, especially now that she has a fucking lightsaber, baby.
Yep.
She's so excited about hitting this thing with a lightsaber.
So what you're saying
I
is
still got greater invis.
change
Greater
my
invisibility would be really
rotation
good to prepare for us.
Bark skinning
I got that
Anna,
regardless.
Shield of Faithing Astra. Good. I'm useful, guys.
Yeah.
Yep, you have
Alright.
2 different concentration buffs.
Let's head out.
Okay.
Yeah, let's
Alright.
go. Let's go do it.
And I believe at this point we're going to call the session to a close, my dears. Going for about
Alright,
3 hours.
fair
It gives me time to prep this encounter properly, and also to make sure that because you're going to be opening it up, make sure your tower in a box is still working just fine.
And I have to.
Oh yeah, what was in the
go
box my
back-
mom gave me? I forgot to
Ah,
say
you
that
never
Oh,
got
yeah.
around to opening it, did you?
Theory, yeah, I mean, obviously Theory would have opened it once she decided not to go running into Tower's cold, deathly embrace.
Sure, it is a beautiful silver bracelet.
Aww.
It looks like a heart, and it is entwined with. At first, you might think of them as thorns, but you realize that they're like. You know how you would wear like wraparound horns and stuff, and they go with a little tail. You can see that it's got little horns around it and a little tail that peeks out the bottom of it. It's a very cute silver icon, little
Aw,
bracelet or an
it's a little
anklet.
Tiefling or demon. Is it magic?
Yeah.
Is it magic?
When you look over it, you can see that it is very faintly magical. If you spend the time to identify it, which Jeanette does for not spending any money.
Yep.
Correct. You will see that it has on it, I believe it is, the luck equivalent of guidance. So once per session, you can just put a 1d4 on a thing after you've already rolled it.
Haha. I don't trust you, Mom.
Ah, that's
I
sad. It's a
mean-
really cute gift.
It is, but I also think she's going to use it to spy on me or do some other horrible mumbo jumbo.
Jeanette will tell you that there is nothing else on this item other than basically a luck enchantment. That's it.
And she already knows you well enough to scry on you all the time anyway. You're literally her daughter. There could not be an easier person to scry on.
Yep.
Do I have to attune to it?
No, there's no attunement.
Oh, well,
It's only a D4 minor thing. It's essentially cantrip level.
just gonna put that in my bag, and maybe I'll put it on someday. Just probably not.
Yeah, make sure it's in your little character sheet so I don't forget it.
Yeah.
But yeah, you have a silver heart bracelet from your mother. She just wants you to love her.
I know she does. Like, Theory is under no disillusion about the fact that her mama loves her. It's just, oh god, she doesn't want.
She is also at the same time the big bad, yeah.
Yeah.
It's delightful. She is my favorite bad, but she's my favorite villain in any game I've ever been a part of, I think. Just because I love the way that she's got a totally respectable business plan. It's just like a step too far on the fascism scale, but otherwise it's totally understandable. She has a genuine love and affection for her family.
Yep. And I'm gonna someday find a way to change her mind. Someday.
And she
Someday.
genuinely cares for the people under her command.
I
It's
know.
just a pity that one of them got Frankensteined. But it's okay. Everything's fine.
Alright, well, thank you guys very much for watching on YouTube and stream. And we'll see you stream folks in like 3 hours for Merzenhammer. Whoop whoop.